We are live. Hope everyone had a fantastic Thanksgiving and ate lots of food. Stuffing is my personal favorite.
Yeah.
Stovetop stuffing, for those that don't know.
I don't care.
I know. Give me stovetop. Give me stovetop stuffing, and I will probably not eat anything else. So not sure what everybody else's favorites are, but I mean you can't go wrong with mashed taters and gravy, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Some people
specifically the gravy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Some people do ham for for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Instead of turkey if you don't like turkey. So shout out to you that did. That's nothing wrong with that. I like both. So if I do turkey though, it's got to have like gravy on it because it just gets so dry.
Yeah. I mean, it's just turkey and mashed potatoes are just a vehicle for gravy.
Exactly right. Maybe I thought I was crazy, but
Just like pizza's a vehicle for garlic butter sauce.
and yeah, I can't go wrong with that either. That's why Papa John's always gives you, if you go through there, they always give you that big thing of garlic butter sauce. Oh yeah, my waistline's furious.
Yeah.
Pablo Bo, good morning from southeastern Ohio. Morning, man. Thanks for hanging out with us.
All right, Colin's got a fire honeycomb quick ship on the way already.
Uh-oh. As you can see, Mr. Rosedal here is wearing the new honeycomb quick ship. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, and I put the picture on the website up here for reference. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's a little brighter, more colorful, kind of. I don't know. It's a whole lot cooler looking, and like that looks cool, but it looks a little washed out almost. But yeah, these colors are really bright and they pop.
Yeah,
And
even from your
else,
picture
so.
in person, it looks.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I
that
know,
is that's one of the best quick ships. That's definitely the best quick ship we have. By far.
Yeah, it's freaking cool. Now this is also the oh, look at those arcs.
Ooh.
This is also
Morning, Mark.
a new one too that they sent me. This is the Onyx Gold. So it kind of looks like their liquid marble.
Yeah.
One, but it's got a black background instead of the white background. So
Actually, looks that one and another one looks better in person. I was never. I don't know if I was a fan of that one at first, just on the website, but in person, that looks really good.
yeah. So it's a little bit more understated.
Yeah.
But it's still the colors.
That's
The
pretty-
colors pop, and
That's pretty sick.
It's just kind of something kind of slick or sleek looking rather than kind of just.
Morning, Jim.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. This is definitely my favorite. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
this
I
one's
only
awesome.
I know we can actually. I think we can get those. With that, that's not a quick ship form. I'm pretty sure we can. If not, it's coming because they usually the quick ships we can usually customize it somehow, some way because they usually have them. But that one is one that would be really cool with like your name and everything on it.
Yeah.
That thing really pops.
Yeah, the cherry blossom and northern lights. Those are.
We do have a teal honeycomb
Yeah.
as well for those that didn't know that. So
Mm-hmm. Camo Tim Lindley is here.
Rosedal 10 or Haas 10 saves you 10%.
Yep.
Or, yep, 10%. Coolwick.com. All right. Drinking beer this early Sunday, Thanksgiving Sunday weekend.
Yep. It's not October, but
You know what? It still goes good down in the belly.
yes, this is.
Camo Tim.
Now my brother's got a new
Morning,
one.
Tim.
That red IPA that I've been waiting to
Oh, yeah.
get out. He's got that one out, and then our special project that I've got pictures for, and we'll have him on his 300th batch. I think it's ready. Or it's pretty close to ready. The Striking Viking for batch number 300. So
And you were a part of helping on that, weren't you?
I stood there and took pictures and tried not to get in the way. He let me pour a few things in. So.
I just stood there. For some reason, I thought you were pouring, like helping pour all the stuff in, doing everything. I just stood there and took pictures.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, he's kind of like I am to where he wants to. Because somebody suggested to me I was talking to my rep, and he's like, well, you're so busy with the YouTube thing. Have you ever thought about getting somebody to help you out or do some of this or that? And I'm like, I don't know that I would let anybody else
Help you out with
do
what?
any of it. Oh, editing or whatever else. Like,
I see what you're
Darren
saying.
Tang has his
Yeah.
camera guy who
I
also
see what
does
you're
the editing and whatever else. And Darren's videos kind of show you what a bowling video could look like with
He does.
with good editing. And
His editor is fantastic.
and a personality.
Yeah, and a personality.
That helps a little bit.
House hack. I don't know where the jersey begins and Luke ends. It blends.
No,
It blends so well.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I feel like I'm on The Price is Right, and I'm just doing the.
Yeah.
Asking the important questions. Morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Arsenal building's always a fun topic.
Yeah, and I put up I was wanting to get it done earlier, but Overwatch.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I need to actually get on there and play that again. It's giving us a chance here. We're kind of chit-chatting. People are starting to flow in here, so.
yeah. But I did get my video up there. So I did Arsenal building as a classroom episode, and then people had been asking about what our regular league bags were, and I hadn't really gotten around to doing it because it changes so often.
It does.
You get some new stuff in, or you take a certain set of stuff for 2 or 3 weeks, and then you notice that one never comes out of the bag, and so it's like, okay, well, I'll put something else in there and see what happens, and then
It's kind of like for me, Venom Chalk is just always in my bag. It just
Yeah.
never leaves. It just, if I change bags, it's literally just going to get picked up from that bag, go right to the next bag. I've always got to have one with me.
yeah, there's some of them that don't come out, but there are some
Ghost.
other ones that kind of get
For you, what doesn't come out of the bag? Just curious.
the Hustle Camo and the RSTX2 right now.
You do throw that camo a lot. It does look good.
Yeah, I probably should throw it more than I do. It's one of those things. It's like it's kind of turning into my Venom Shock. It's like, well, I know
So
that ball's good.
don't talk bad
So-
about the staffers with throwing the Venom Shocks and Ghosts all the time.
Yeah.
Because, well, you just got to take what strikes and what works.
Uh-huh.
No, Overwatch on PlayStation.
Yeah,
Somebody
I've
just
been playing Overwatch on PC.
Oh, you've been playing on the PC?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Scratch both. PC.
But some other stuff like the Idle Synergy, I haven't taken that one for a couple months, and that was kind of my cheater ball.
Last year.
Yeah.
You threw the crap out of that last year. Yeah. I remember
And then
that.
the Idle Pro made it around quite a bit, but new stuff comes out, and
Sometimes stuff gets kicked out of the bag. It happens.
so
Like, what's the 2 newest ones you guys had? The UC3?
yeah, the UC3 and the Helios.
Do you throw the UC3 quite a bit?
Thank you. No, I should. That's another one that I should get out and throw a whole lot more. I've just been reserving that for more tougher conditions in Belton next weekend.
You mean the camo is like the most underrated motive ball of all time?
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, Belton next weekend. Hard telling what pattern we're going to be on. We will not have a show next week, correct? You guys are going to bowl Sunday?
Yeah, we're gonna bowl both, and I think we're actually gonna stay.
I am thinking we're actually talking about staying in Belton.
Yeah, Tanner's gonna watch the dogs for us.
I'm actually going to bowl doubles again with my wife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's last time. I love you, honey, but she got put in timeout.
Yeah.
The shootout. Remember the shootout?
Yeah.
I won't blast her here, but she got put in timeout, so we're gonna give it another shot at Aaron's. So
Yeah.
and we're all bowling the top 36 in points.
Yeah, the top 36. James did make the cut, so congratulations, James. He wasn't able to make he wanted to make the tournaments at Gage. There was 3 points tournaments left that were all together, and he was number 36.
Yeah.
And he couldn't end up making the trip, but they had enough people not be able to make it.
Yeah. Dylan is bowling the Invitational too.
Oh, okay.
I asked him. I was like, I didn't realize you bowled that many PBA events. He goes, I didn't, so I'm not really sure how I made it. But yeah, so we won't have a show next Sunday. We're gonna all be in Belton, Missouri,
Yep.
Aaron's Family Fun Center. Shout out to Mike Soroka. They're always fantastic hosts when we're there. Clean Center, Frank Hall as well, Mr. Frank the Tank.
Yeah, puts a lot of work into.
Definitely a lot of work goes into that place. It is always in tip-top shape. So we'll look forward to that. Luke's probably thinking, I don't look forward to it.
I know. I look forward to going there because it's always a good experience, except for the bowling.
Trevor actually had a good look, well, a decent look the other night, if he could get 10 back. We had a bet. It was Jason Cherry had a bet with Dylan between Dylan, Trevor, myself, how many 8 or 9 pins we'd leave in 6 games. The over-under was at 17.5. And we got to 12. So,
Yeah.
We cashed in.
I want an alert in a phase 2, but my average says pick the best color tropical surge.
Oh gosh.
Don't forget the scent.
I see. I think the UC3 is so pretty. I love that gray.
Uh-huh.
Is it? It's like gray, right? Or is it silver?
It's silver, but it's kind of
But
silver in the way
with that
that
surface,
the
it kind
Iron
of looks.
Forge is,
Yeah.
is
Exactly.
silver.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's got that gunmetal type
See,
of...
UC3 and the Helios. What do you think about the Helios now that you've thrown it? I don't think we've really talked much about it on here.
Yeah, it'll need hopefully it'll settle in just a little bit. It's a little now that I've gotten probably 15 games on it, it's lane shined up, and so it's pretty quick. I did throw it for a little bit on
Friday.
Yeah, on Friday.
Cool. Did it look good?
Yeah. It's just a little too sharp for how much it hooks.
Yeah,
For
I
me
can see
anyway.
that. I could see that in general. Yeah.
On the right side, it should be perfect for everybody, but it needs to tame down just a little bit more. So it's gotten the shine on it, and so now it's pretty boingy.
Yeah.
But if it tames down, smooths out just a little bit more, it'll be perfect.
Are you gonna try and throw that on the week over the weekend? At least
I don't
we're gonna be
know.
bowling on a pattern Saturday. We know that.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be going to Belton or not. It's going to be more of a house shot type of ball because it's basically the hook of the idol with the shape of the Idol Pro.
Yeah.
So it's a bunch of hook, and it's a pretty good amount of shape too. So
I don't know if you heard yet, but they were like Ward Parkway hooking the other night.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they boinked a lot.
Yeah, which is fine. I've got stuff for that. It just I don't have stuff for the side to side at Belton. It's so tight.
'Cause you know Ward Parkway, when you miss in on the right side, if you miss in, the ball checks. You miss it right, it just kind of dumps and stays. That's exactly what we bowled on the other night. So I want
Well,
to say that's why the
what-
scores were tamed.
Yeah, that's Belton on the left side 24/7.
Well, I think they find a way to even it out on the right because that's the scores on a house shot you thought would have been a million, but especially with all the pullers that were there.
Yeah, especially at Belton, it's pretty
100% accurate.
pretty good look
Tobias
on
says,
on the right side, unless you're Brandon Carlson, in
Yeah.
which case he just doesn't even count. But he throws it a million miles an hour and keeps it really even.
That's about all he did. He just chucked it, turned
So-
as hard as he could, and stuck
Yeah.
for days. Yeah, they basically took the left side and said, "What do we got to do to make the left side the same as the right side, and also at the same time try and
Let's
recreate
just
Ward
ruin the
Parkway's
right
house shot?"
side. Yeah, let's just ruin the right side too.
Well, because the
But
righties
no.
had the nuts in that place forever. I guess. I don't know. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's talk about some arsenal building,
Yeah, so I got the couple videos out there.
Mr. Pro Shop man.
Yeah. So hopefully you watch those. If not, we're going to talk about just arsenal building concepts. Really, is what because so many people want you to just say, okay, well, what's your picks or what should I get for a league bag? And it's like I don't know because everything looks different for everybody.
Yeah.
There's
you got a combo with what center do you bowl in? Do you bowl tournaments at all, et cetera, et cetera? Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much information that goes into it that you can't just say it's like, okay, well, here's our picks and here's some stuff that I really would recommend. Like when it comes to motive stuff, it's hard to not recommend a Venom Shock. It's hard to not recommend a Jackal Ghost because that's going to work for the majority of people.
As I say, pretty much everybody. Yes.
Yeah, they're so versatile and forgiving, but at the same time, the IQ Tour is really versatile too, but it's not necessarily what you think about being the first
Right.
ball out of the bag.
I had no problem pulling one out and throwing it. I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, it works great for me on the left side too, but there's
When I
other
had
things.
a million games on it.
Yeah.
Hey, it wasn't cracking. It was starting to crack around the ring finger. Is where it was starting to crack, but I didn't care. I was still gonna throw it. Sorry, carry on.
But yeah, so there's certain things that I would recommend just generally right now. What are you doing?
You're talking just somebody walking into the shop.
Yeah, or just
Dogs
somebody asking questions or Storm. I missed him. I know.
The pups are down here with us.
I know.
Storm's
He's
by our
bugging
feet.
you.
Hi, buddy.
He's bugging you, isn't he?
Storm is literally right here under the table. Hi, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. All right, sorry. If I'm walking in the shop, then so
Yeah. So if somebody's walking in and saying, okay, well, recommend me some balls for, the house shot or, help me pick out a league arsenal, and it's like, well, it's going to be different for everybody because some people are going to favor, if you've got slower speed and higher revs, you're going to favor lower end stuff, and people that need help getting the ball to hook, they're going to need a lot stronger, sharper stuff, and so the very top of the bag ball for me, which is the Idle Helios right now, might be a 3-ball for somebody else. They might need, you know, they might need something like a proton physics and then a parallax effect or an altered reality or something right up on, you know, asymmetric stuff on top of that before they even think about getting down to symmetric stuff. So,
I like the Helio colors. But it looks so good.
Yeah, I had that out with my orange shoes and my fire honeycomb.
So not only did you blend in with the shirt, you blended in with the ball.
Oh yeah, there was so much orange, so much orange.
That's great.
I think somebody actually made a comment just like they finally made a ball to match your shoes or something.
Yeah.
You see house hack. You should have seen what he said just a second ago. I don't know where the jersey starts and Luke ends. Oh, it's good stuff.
Oh, Johan, you must have been the one that got the wine midweight. I saw that show up on my Bowler's Mart report, so appreciate that.
Looks just like the orange vibe. Yeah, I can see that.
The midweight is not. They're technically blends, but just a couple ounces here or there isn't gonna hurt anything. So if it's a 15.6 or a 15.7 versus what's normally a 15.3 or a 15.4. I think that a 15-pound bowling ball is something like 235 ounces or something, or 232. But if it's 15.3, it's 235. And as soon as you think about it like that, it's like the difference. Right, yeah, the difference between 232 and 235 is just not.
It's nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, it is, but it really isn't. But.
Yeah, you're not going to feel a couple ounces.
No.
So.
Sorry, we were still talking about arsenal building. You're going to recommend everybody. So. Everybody throws it so much different, so it's hard to say, everybody's got to go get a Helios, and it's going to be the first ball out of your bag.
It might be way too strong.
Yeah, and Colin in here says it's his 2-ball.
Yeah, it's bordering on too strong for me, just because I do have to get in and give it some room, and it's a little too strong. It's a little too quick right now. So I've been using IQ Tour.
You gonna leave the surface on it? You gonna check surface or anything on it?
I'm actually it gets dirty pretty quick, but anything bright like that is just gonna shine up and get dirty. And so I was gonna do a video showing
surface change.
I was gonna show the
lane shine or something.
Yeah, putting reactive scuff on there and getting it back to.
Oh, cool. Good stuff.
The 3000 grit finish, and.
He said. Oh, apparently I can't use. I don't know how to say
Rakuten and your link at the same time.
So I don't know if the dark code was activated.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know about. All you have to do is just use my link. As long as you follow one of my links in the description or at the end of the video or whatever else, you don't have to do anything extra special. You just click to the website through the link and then surf around, buy whatever you're gonna buy, and it shows up. So.
So if you're going to league, what ideas, what kind of shapes are you looking for? Just in your bag. Let's say like a, 6-ball arsenal. So usually, how many do you take? 6?
Yeah, 6 is a pretty common number.
Yeah, I mean, I carry 6, but 5 because I carry spare. So
yeah, but the tournament triples are the easiest.
Yes.
To take stuff in. It's a whole lot easier than like even a 4-ball, kind of the traditional stand-up.
Oh, the big giant bags.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for anybody that uses those, but I hate them.
Yeah,
they're just always in the way.
Yeah, the 3-ball tournament inlines, you can do whatever you want to with them. You can stack them. You can, throw them under something. You can slide them under the table and
they
rest
travel
your
well.
Feet on them, they travel really well. So the tournament triples make life a whole lot easier than a backpack. I know a lot of people. I thought backpacks were stupid when they came out, and you never catch me wearing a backpack.
Oh, everybody wearing backpacks around.
Yeah, because the big 4-ball and the 6-ball, the taller 6-ball ones have the big pouch on top where you put everything in.
Shoes and everything like that, but they are so hard to get in your dang trunk. Because I had one, but I was like 15 or 16 years old, and I was like, I'm over this.
Yeah, I had one of the 4-balls, and I had and mine weren't even the front loader.
Yeah.
On the bottom, so you had to take the top one off.
That's how mine was.
Open the frickin' bracket thing.
Oh no, did mine never?
So yeah,
no, mine was a front loader. Mine was definitely a front loader.
Yeah, so he had to take the top one off, and then you had to unlatch the frickin' thing and
Yeah.
pull it over, and then
The only one I had was the Storm. It was like a hunter green and brown. It was old. It's been. It was yeah. It wasn't one of the streamlined ones. It wasn't a streamlined bag. It was
Yeah.
actually a nice bag.
yeah,
But I
mine
got
was
so tired of putting that darn thing in the trunk. Like, 'cause you have to take it apart, and then if you don't have an SUV, you've got to lay it over like this and slide it in because
Yeah.
it doesn't. The neck of it doesn't bend. So
yeah.
sorry, anybody that uses those. No offense. They're horrible.
Yeah, they're
Horrible.
such a pain. And Jason mentions that
You get them on the
yeah,
plane
you
under
can get
50
them on
pounds,
the plane 'cause,
exactly.
Yeah, they're 48 or something,
Exactly.
49,
It's,
something like that.
it's. I mean, that's accurate.
So anyway,
Sorry.
so if you take a couple of those, then that's 6 balls
Yep.
automatically. You take a spare ball. I've gotten used to the spare ball thing, but the off-white mix is.
Yeah, because you're back into spare now.
Yeah,
Or
I
plastic.
mentioned in the video that it's. Yeah, but it rolls like a resin or a reactive ball, but it still rolls true, kind of like a plastic ball. I don't like plastic because it can back up. So the kind of urethane, whatever else.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can throw the urethane at it. It's no different than a spare ball. I mean, it's gonna go pretty much straight, just like a plastic ball would.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
Well, see, here's the thing, Kyle. Cam. There's a difference between, and I covered this in the arsenal building video, but there's a difference between picking out a varied arsenal on paper and picking out stuff that you will actually throw. So if I took 6 balls to league and I just picked out something that I, kind of, okay, I'll have a solid ASIM and a shiny ASIM, and then I'll have a big solid symmetric and a this or whatever else. If I just kind of create a varied arsenal on paper, I'm not going to throw most of them.
Right.
So if I take a proton physics, I'm not going to throw it. If I take a high road pearl, I'm not going to throw it. So there's a difference between, I think that you need to, number one, figure out the stuff that you like to carry, like Colin likes road series stuff. So
He does? I've never heard that.
yeah, 3 all roads, a high road, and a high road max. But
Sorry.
that's the difference between doing that and then taking stuff that you're actually going to throw. So what I've got in my bag right now is the Idle Helios, the RSTX2, the Hustle Camo, IQ Tour, and then what's I don't have the alert in there right now. What's the other one?
My dad takes one ball bag to nationals. He carries it like a badge of pride. We call it his purse.
Yeah.
What balls did you say?
That's good stuff.
All the ones I had on the video except for the alert. I had something else in there.
Camo?
No, I had the camo.
I
RS
didn't hear your list.
Well, the RSTX. Well, I'm trying to look at my bags that are right there.
Your mix, camo, Helios, promotion.
Oh yeah, I took the promotion.
Is this the Friday night bag?
Yeah, I took the promotion Friday night.
Problem is, I don't even know what's in my bag right now because everything got kind of thrown around from Wednesday night. So they all got just put in a random bag, and so I can't tell you exactly where they're all at. But they got cleaned, I can tell you that. But I mean, I can give you the normal. Finish your bag. I don't know if you finished it all out. But.
Yeah, so that's the stuff that I take because that's
So-
stuff that I'll actually throw.
So when you're building out your, say, just start with league night. Say Friday night. When you're going to league night and say, okay, here's my 5 balls because you use spare now, use plastic now.
Mhm.
What are you looking for? Why are you making those picks?
I'm looking for different shapes. On the left side, you don't really need to care too much about hook potential because everything's going to hook.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see just watching some of the other guys like Packy and whatever else. I mean, whether they're throwing a purple hammer or something stronger or whatever else, it just hook potential doesn't seem to matter too much on the left side because I can throw anything that I want to throw at any given time.
Right.
It's just shape control is the biggest thing.
Do you have to have a solid in your bag? Are you okay if you just went with all shiny stuff or what?
I could go with and that's the thing is most lefties will use a lot of surface, but I'm not finding I really need it's the shape regardless of the surface.
Before that you like to carry similar shapes and different strengths.
Yeah. So it's
What was it? Similar shapes and different strings?
well, and that was more of a righty side thing. Like now, I mean, I can throw the Hustle Camo at the same time I can throw the Idle Helios. It's just the camo's a little bit longer and
Dog alert.
yeah, the camo's a little bit longer and I can hit it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
So
The camo does look pretty good.
Storm.
yeah, so it's one of those things that on the right side, you do need a certain strength of ball sometimes, and on the left side, I just don't ever really
Yeah.
seem to notice. I mean, even when we went to nationals, I could have thrown the pitch black. I ended up throwing the promotion. I could have thrown stuff strong. Now there's sometimes where on certain patterns where there is too strong. It's just there's too much ball reaction, but that's more of a
Yeah. So you pretty much do exclusively your thing.
See, you can't make jokes. So actually, Cal, just go check out my comment section, and you'll find out why I don't take jokes.
Oh gosh,
Because it's kind of like, wait, are they serious?
here's a good question.
They're serious. I've got to take them serious.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. What do you do? Here's a good question. How many changes do you make between different league houses in a week? Well, when you bowl at Gage Bowl and then turn around and go to Royal Crest, you make all kinds of changes.
Yeah, I
Just
don't.
throw everything out the window. Only thing that stays in my bag is the Venom Shock.
I thought you took the ghost of it.
Actually, I have not been taking it.
Oh, okay.
I have not been taking it. I probably wouldn't hurt if I got back into taking it again just to have it, but I pretty much throw the Venom Shock there or Iron Forge here lately. So, how many changes do you make? Say you were bowling on Tuesday nights. I know you don't bowl in the league, but say you bowled on Tuesday nights, considering.
There 3 times.
Yeah, you've stepped there.
Yeah,
three
I would take
times.
generally the same stuff.
Not me.
Because
Well,
again,
because
it's
carrying
just
the promotion everywhere.
there's just
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I guess that's true. And plastic.
yeah, and the Helios
What
would
is going on
go.
with
So
you?
it's just
Did you throw the Helios at all over last weekend?
yeah. I threw it on Sunday pretty well the entire day.
That's right.
Or no. I threw it. Well, no, I threw it for a couple games because nothing else was working. I ended up throwing the RSTX2 for the last 3 or 4 games.
On the Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
Taj Mahal. That was so much fun. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of changes that I make between Gage and Royal Crest. I mean, I know I take a Venom Shock.
Mm-hmm.
I take an Iron Forge. I take plastic, so there's 3. What else do I take there? A Fatal. A Fatal always goes, just because I need something clean.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the end of the night, 'cause sometimes I start to blink a little bit. It just gives me a little bit of control. I don't remember what all I take. I haven't bowled there in 2 weeks. Man, that's been a week. On Tuesday nights at Gage, I pretty much just throw a Jackal Ghost all night. So, pin down Jackal Ghost. Oh, I take the VIP Affliction both places. Pin down VIP Affliction. Usually you have a tank. I do have a tank blitz at Take the Gauge, yes. It does not go to Royal Crest.
Yeah. And then for me, I mean everything is sharp. So I usually just kind of figure out the type of stuff that's working right now. And if I don't throw it a whole lot, I take it out of the bag in favor of something else.
What's your favorite shape out of your bag?
Probably the Hustle Camo. Because it's round and controllable, but it lets me hit it a little bit, and plus it gives me a bunch of room.
It's pretty bad. I can't tell you
gives
what balance
me.
I take. Yeah, I say I like the Ghost, for example. That shape to me is just 100% perfect. I like that smooth, early, controllable shapes. Anything I can, yeah.
Now, I missed the first part, but maybe you've already discussed it. So say
Oh, I'm not
a
opening it.
bowler.
Huh? Oh.
Sorry.
Say you've got a new bowler, and so they only get like 1 ball plus spare.
Yeah.
So then they probably have like an IQ2 or solid phase 2 Venom Shock sort of thing. How do you build around that?
Well, you decide, and I do want to get to this question about the arsenal building on a
Oh, sorry,
budget.
I missed it. Okay.
Arsenal building on a budget, that's a great question, actually, yeah.
But generally speaking, when you're trying to build around,
a
a
swallow.
certain,
Sorry. That would have tasted gross if I'd have poured that on top of that. your mouth, bro.
Yeah. When you're trying to build around a certain ball, you've got to figure out, well, do I need something stronger or do I need something weaker? So you want to go in order of importance or need yeah, that's basically it. It's just importance or need. So if you've got a Venom Shock and you find it being a little too strong most of the time, then you're gonna want to look at a Thrill or a Hustle Camo or something like that. Now, if you want something stronger, then you obviously go the other direction. Then once you get that other ball, then you can figure out, it's like, okay, if you get an IQ Tour and then you get a Phase 2, well, that's somewhat strong, but still pretty smooth, controllable. You've got some shape overlap there. The Phase 2 is stronger, so you've got some different strengths, but now you've got some shape overlap. So you might look at something that's sharper.
Phase 2 would be, yeah, I agree with that. Pretty versatile, too.
Yeah, so if you still find yourself, okay, so the IQ Tour and the Phase 2 hooks enough, but it's a little lazy on the back end sometimes. So you might want to then look at something like an RSTX2 or a UFO Alert, something that's asymmetric that gives you a little bit, that's still hooks about the same amount as the Phase 2, but gives you a lot different look on the back end.
Right. Where you want to touch that question on the budget. That's actually a great question. I like that. What kind of budget are we talking about?
Well, it's just most people will buy used balls. Now, here's the thing, is that I think that you can put together an arsenal with, like Roto Kyle was saying earlier about everything being so good with in the Roto line right now, that you could make a really good arsenal on a budget with just the HP1 and HP2 lines, and that will most of the time be more beneficial than buying used stuff, because people will, if somebody's got an Isle Helios for sale already for some reason, they're probably going to want 80 to...
Are you just somebody actually, or are you...
No, I was just using it as an example.
Wouldn't shock me if somebody did.
Yeah, I can't imagine anybody would, but
I've seen some crazy stuff out there in bowling world land.
There's people out there that like the Zen Masters. But
do you want me to say bad things now?
Yeah. But
bad boy.
So by the time you spend $80 to $100 shipped on a used Helios, unless somebody's really trying to get rid of something, most of it's $150, $200 for most stuff. And if you buy a ball and you spend $175, $200 on it.
Say at that point you might as well buy new.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, is if somebody pays that much for a ball and then throws it for 3 or 4 games and doesn't like it, and then decides to sell it, well, they're not going to sell it for $50.
First of all, please do not sell a bowling ball after 3 to 4 games.
Yeah. If you do
use
that,
ball for sale, it's got 3 games on it at most.
Yeah, it just didn't match up. But
How do you know?
Oh, they put out so many bowling balls, and they're just trying to milk us out of our money. And it's like, well, if you would actually work with the stuff that you get instead of just kind of throwing it for...
Oh, I have zero problems with people that sell their stuff after 3 to 4 games, but please give it more time, because you just don't know. Maybe sometimes those covers need time to break in.
Or don't whine about it.
You heard it first. The guy that matches his jersey.
The bowler's not whining. Yeah.
He matches the jersey, the beer matches him.
Yeah.
The beer does.
Growler matches him.
He's kind of blending in with the growler and everything else.
And the wall.
Oh, it's all over the walls.
But no, I look like one of them hairless rats that's not quite white. That's a little bit but generally white, but a little bit pink.
No, sir. This is hairless. There's a reason I wear a hat.
But by the time somebody...
Who's telling people not to whine about things? LMAO.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny. I was talking to my rep the other day, and he was asking... I'd put in a staff recommendation for somebody.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, so you're pretty high on this guy, and why, what are you talking about? And so I went on my whole diatribe about how our staffers suck and whatever.
Please tell me
else,
you just went on a complete rant.
Oh yeah. I pretty well unloaded. But I did that with our staff coordinator at HQ too. But so we get done talking about that, and it's like 20 minutes, and he said, he's like, all right. Well, I'm going through contracts. I'll see what what happens now in my area? We've got ridiculously good staffers and a bunch more people that should be on staff that aren't. We don't have any problems around here.
No, you guys actually have.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
crazy good staff.
Storm is do we have anybody roto around here? I mean, it's under the same umbrella, but
Henniger was.
Henniger was. I don't think we have anybody now. That's right. Henniger
Yeah,
was.
not in this direct area. I think everybody else is Storm.
We had James Wagner. Do I say that right? I think he's global. But that's it.
Yeah, and we do have some.
There's a couple global guys, right?
Yeah, we got a couple global guys. I know the Bonas.
That's right. But yeah, you guys are pretty well represented when it comes to.
And yeah, I think we've got a couple roto people in.
Here in
Yeah.
Kansas City, there's probably like 10.
And
Yeah,
then,
we got a couple roto people.
And then on the motive side, it's
in
just
Wichita.
me, Henniger, Neil, and Jared. I think that's all. Because
But only
Dylan's
one
gone now,
right?
and Riley. I guess Riley's close enough that Riley would.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
But he's
I
not a staffer. He's not on the website.
spent 20 solid minutes. Spent 20 solid minutes complaining about our staffers. And then he's like, all
It's a
right,
coup.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, so I'm working on contracts now, so we'll get, it's like, otherwise, how are things going for you? And I literally said, oh yeah, everything's fine, I can't complain.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Or I was in the middle of saying it, I was like, well, I was about to say I can't complain after spending literally
What's funny
the
though is
last
if
20
you would have
minutes.
said that, he would have been like, "Yes, that means no more ranting."
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Jihad needs that jersey in a match of pride. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm gonna get one. Problem is only the quick shifts for me. We gotta have patches on it. So I guess I could. Well,
But-
one patch.
Rabbit trails aside, I actually remember what I was talking about this time, which is
Ooh.
super rare. But once you spend $80 to $100 on a used ball, getting it shipped, because even if somebody's selling it for $60, it's still going to be $60 plus shipping, or if you're getting something for $60 plus shipping, it's a hustle. By the time you get it, and then by the time you get it plugged and re-drilled, then that's another $50. So most of the time you're looking at $130, $140. $100 to $140 for a used ball anyway.
Right.
Plus, then you're going to have plug work in there. So what I would consider is how good is your pro shop at plugging stuff, number one. So if they don't do good work, then
Don't start us down this path again.
spend an extra $20 and buy something new. It also depends on how good a shape the ball's in. It depends on how good the original drill job was in the first place. I hate seeing balls with glue up around the top of the grips, not enough bevel. There's just a lot of things that you look for when going to buy used balls. I don't even like plugging our stuff. I will do that occasionally. In the case of Angel's Idol Synergy, she threw it for the video and hated it, and so now I've got it. I plugged it. I still don't like using plug stuff, but I have done it before. And then some of my overseas stuff, like the Halo Burn, I plugged that up and re-drilled that. There's a few of them that I will do that with, but I don't even like using my.
Do you just not like plug? Is that what?
Yeah, I just don't like.
I see. I'm picky.
Number
I mean,
one,
I'll throw plug stuff.
I hate doing plug work. Is
Oh, but you're so good at it. My local pro shop guy told me 80 each to plug both balls and re-drill with grips and an oval thumb. Ouch.
Oh.
Well, and that's, I mean, a full plug and re-drill, number one, most of the time is $50.
Yeah, but
Which,
that's in the price is the $50, right?
No,
Just to plug and drill it.
no, to plug and re-drill is just to plug and then to put holes back in it. If you need
Grips and stuff.
grips.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah, that. But
So yeah.
are you needing
But yeah,
grips and stuff, Josh? I'm assuming, or just
So
curious.
yeah, plugging and re-drilling is expensive, and it should be expensive because it's a it's much more labor intensive. Is the real thing. It normally.
Unless they just do black plug and then
Yeah.
they are massively overcharging.
Third drill strikes. Are you fruit?
Yeah. So, when Arsenal building on a budget, I would probably start with getting some.
It's a good way though to look at something you may not have wanted to buy.
If you
Too.
can
Yeah,
get it
that-
for like $50.
Yeah,
I think-
yeah. It's
Yes.
it's also a really good way to buy something or to get a look at something, and if you really like it, I mean, you can buy a new one.
Correct.
But it gets
Yeah.
you started. I mean,
But I mean, the Venom shocks aren't that expensive.
No.
So you can get their HP2. They're what are $100, 110.
Talking about
or
the most
something?
underrated bowling ball of all time.
Yes.
Yes, I said it, and
Most
it is a joke.
So with the Venom line, you can do pretty well the same thing with the lower lines for Roto that you can do with
Yeah, the
Moto.
camos, like the camo.
Yeah. So camo, PBR, hustle wrap, the hyped pearl
Yeah.
or hyped hybrid, whatever else, you can get a good, 3 balls at the bottom of your arsenal. And
Even
then
a
with the
even a Pride on our side is not bad price. I mean, it's
with
you can get a lot of bang for your buck with like especially on the hustle side. The camos, that camo
Yeah.
is nuts.
the camo is really good,
Yeah.
and then the PBR outhooks an IQ Tour. So and these are $90 online, $90 to $100 online. Now you do have to take them in and get them drilled, but by the time you
Yeah.
buy them and then get them drilled, most of the time you can get out of Dodge with a hustle for 150 or under.
Which, in my opinion, that's really good.
Yeah,
So
and
basically for the budget people, just stick to a 3-ball bag.
Yeah. So if you're looking, I mean, do you use plastic? I always suggest plastic, but plastic or Venom Shock camo, something like that. Camo,
Plastic,
anybody,
really?
yeah, hustle, PB, anything in those lines.
Yeah, stick with
Pride.
the most bang for your buck type balls.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely, everything we've named are definitely the bang for the buck. I mean, you can't go wrong on our side. I mean, it just depends if, like, on our side of things, if you really are just trying to get something to match off everything, you go Fatal, Venom Shock, plastic. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
on your side, it's probably no different, right?
Got lucky with an X1, bought an X2 new to complement, spent twice as much on the new one. Yeah, I mean, with the higher line stuff is really, really expensive now because I think our top of the line stuff is 185 online now. The prices, inflation's
Yeah.
gone nuts
Inflation
here recently,
sucks.
and so the prices of the high line stuff
Yeah.
are really, really expensive right
Well, the
now,
cost
and
of
so
materials has gone up, so some of it's justified.
yeah.
And
So I
it's,
mean,
it's
you're
hurt us on
gonna-
the staff side too. Trust me.
Oh yeah. Our prices have gone up too.
So it's not just the market. I promise. We do. It did change for us too.
But the low end stuff is still about the same price.
That's what's weird.
So
I
yeah,
don't
I
understand it.
I would not go out of my way unless you really want something like an RSTX2 or something that's going to be double the price
Yeah.
of hustles, hypes, whatever else. So. And you can get stuff down in those lower lines that's pretty close. I don't necessarily have to throw an RSTX2. I could just drill a hyped pearl or something and be in.
Ooh, Lockwood's in
Kinda,
here, and he said,
uh-oh,
"I absolutely expect $300 bowling ball to be on the shelves next year." Do you think so?
Um,
I hope not. That will not help bowling at all.
no, but it's kind of funny because that's kind of retail prices on everything to begin with. It's just bowling balls are so expensive that if bowling actually had the same margins as other stuff did, yeah, bowling balls would be 300. The top of the line stuff would be 300 to 350.
Someone has to pay for those supercharging those nanoparticles.
Yeah. Because people just don't even understand how much. And I'm not in a pro shop anymore, so I can blab everything. But the top of the line stuff from distributors is like 150, 155
Yeah.
bucks. So I mean,
Yeah.
if they're selling
Sometimes it's
some-
cheaper than that. Like the Motive, the 2-ball packs, you can get them even cheaper than that.
yeah, and if you don't have a profit margin of over 50%, you're just not going to stay in business. I mean,
Yeah.
they talk about restaurant when we're on like Restaurant Impossible and whatever kind of shows like that. They talk about if your food costs are over, or if your costs are over 30%, you're not going to stay in business.
No.
You're just not. It's just impossible because of all the overhead and the business prices and whatever else. I mean, if somebody's buying a ball if they're spending 155, and that's the cheap price for the volume. If you buy a lot of stuff, a lot of places will pay 170, 165, 170 for a proton physics or something that they're selling on the wall for like 210. You can't make. How do you spend an hour with somebody talking about a ball, picking out a ball, ordering something, drilling it, whatever else, and then making $30 on it? I mean,
That hurts.
it just you can't stay in business.
Well, the drilling
doing
price
that.
is technically the extra
Yeah,
fee
yeah.
that's in there. That's the secret kicker there.
So yeah, people think
Drilled
that, yeah,
for this
people think
price.
that the pro shops are spending buying stuff for like $50 a ball and then marking them up to 200 or something. That's not even close to. That's why I'd always tell people that I would much rather somebody buy a ball online and bring it in, because then it's 15, 20 minutes of my time. I have zero liability. There's zero work
And guess
ordering
what?
it.
The shop just makes straight profit.
Yeah, yeah, it's just
shop
yeah,
just
it's
makes
just
straight
100,
profit.
it's 100% profit. If something goes wrong that's outside of the drilling stuff, if it cracks or whatever else, then
It's out of your hands.
yeah, I don't have to worry about it.
I completely get that. Yeah, if I was a shop owner, I'd be like, yeah, or GM or whatever, bring me all those outside drills all you want. It's just easy money.
Yeah, because it's just so much more expensive to stock stuff and order stuff, and then you have to deal with people if something's on back order, which a lot of stuff's been on back order this entire year. So
Yep. We still got stuff back ordered on our side of things. I'm sure you do too. So
yeah, so I mean, if stuff's back ordered, then you don't have to. Well, I ordered your ball. Sorry, it's going to be 2 weeks. It's back ordered. Whatever else. Well, then
the
if
customer's favorite thing
Yeah.
to hear.
if they ordered online, I don't have to hear it. So
That's
it's just
That's a fact. Yeah. So we definitely agree on the budget, building for a budget. Something like hustles, the PBRs, or hustle PBR, right? What was the other one? Camo,
Hi.
yeah.
hypes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
But
just.
I mean, there's so again the
I don't remember all the name for all these bowling balls anymore.
yeah
It
the
doesn't
Venom,
have an M on it.
yeah,
I don't remember.
Venom Shock, Venom Fatal,
Pride.
a Pride.
Pride would
then,
actually be
a Thrill,
yeah,
and you've got
a top thrill. Yeah.
You've got 3-4 balls right down at the bottom that
Honestly, it will just perform just as good as a ball that's, high end. I mean, the shocks. That's why the motive staff still throw shocks over anything else in the line. It's just that
Yeah.
ball is so good, and you get so much bang for your buck. You don't have a shock, go get one.
yeah.
Versatility.
Tell them I sent you.
I always wonder if my shop guy hates me for
Versatility,
bringing
yes.
stuff to him rather than buying it off the wall. And this is something that I used to hate when people would, oh, it's cheaper online. It's like they're making a dig at me or acting like I'm gouging them or whatever else. And it's like, well, I mean, this is convenience. How much, I know it's not hard to get online and click, 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 order something, but I also had people when it's like, oh, well, this came in and it's like a 15.0. I know I wanted a 15.3, or it's the pin distance is too long.
Are you talking
and-
about weight?
Yeah,
15?
yeah.
They realize that's not that big a deal, right?
Yeah, people. Well, by the time you drill, it's gonna be a 14-pound ball. It's
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
No, it's not.
Motive will send me balls at one's 15.4, one's 15.0, one's 15.1.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Which it's not a.
You won't notice it until it starts getting up to around that 16 number, and then you can really tell the weight difference.
So yeah, if
Come on.
everything goes fine, then yeah, order stuff online, take it in. You will most of the time save money.
Oh yeah,
And I don't know, again, as somebody who worked in a pro shop and dealt with the numbers and whatever else, if somebody wanted to bring me something in, I'm like, this is perfect. This makes me so much, because they just don't
I
understand.
can get you in and out of here.
Yeah, people don't understand how much
There are
it's
some
a
shops that-
time thing.
There are some shops that somewhat take it personally, that you want someplace else to purchase it, so it does vary from shop.
Yeah,
to
but
shop.
you
That's
still-
on them. They just don't like free
Yeah,
money.
you want somewhere else to buy it, but you came to me to drill it, so that's
I'm
that's-
still getting the buying online after spending 2 hours of talking to the pro shop operator about what all would be. Yeah, that would hurt.
yeah, that's one
That's kind of dirty.
yeah, that's something that does suck. But at the same time, I never made that much more money beyond, I made like an extra $20 if somebody bought it, and which is just like Joe was saying, an extra $20-$30 is what I made. But I stocked it, I ordered it, I contacted the customer, I took care of everything. All you had to do was send me a text or call in or drop by the pro shop. Hey, that's the ball I want, and then you don't have to do another thing.
Right.
Yeah, if you spend the time actually sitting there.
And there's the
working something.
convenience of the if it cracks, or if there's something wrong or some kind of defect or some kind of something that needs replaced, then all I had to do is bring it back and say, oh, here, my ball cracked, and it's like, okay, well, I've got to do the warranty stuff now, and I've got to talk to the distributor, and I've got to get it all taken care of.
Dealing with warranties are not fun, FYI. Or anybody out there, they're not. If you take 2 hours at pro shop without buying a ball, at least buy something else and tip him decent. Yeah, I agree with that. If you take the time to actually sit there with a pro shop operator, at least buy something.
Well, even if you go order it online, just throw them an extra $10 when you go to drill it or something.
Yeah, and that's fine too. That's fine.
Like, well, I can get it cheaper online, but I'm going to give you the $10 cents
Yep.
at the discount. Or
Have,
Yeah.
have you seen the shirts that Ryan Burks and them have for their Berkey Turkeys Pro Shop? It says, it's got their logo on the back. It says, tip your driller.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I got some tips, but I was gonna say I got bonuses, but I didn't really get bonuses.
And there it is. At least you offer your pro shop.
And you did get a
Pro shop
couple
operator
people
tip
who
if they
buy
do
you a
one.
beer
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Oh,
I agree
yeah.
with that 100%. Take care of your pro shop operators.
you're like, yeah, you got.
As long as it's a good one, take care of them. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
take the
it's-
time to actually spend time with you and work with you and suggest stuff to you.
The really good pro shop operators get to know
Yeah.
you and your game just as much
Yep.
as the bowling balls that you throw.
Exactly. Exactly. You definitely need to take care of them.
Yeah, it's just like any other, service industry except in the bowling world, everything's expensive to begin with, and so you just don't.
Yeah. If you go to a restaurant and your wait service is terrible, are you going to want
Right.
to take care of them? Well, I mean, yeah, but no.
Yeah.
If
so
somebody's going
it's-
to take the time to actually, give you quality service, take care of them.
Yeah, I never thought that the extra $20 I'd make on a ball sale was worth all the extra that went into it. I mean
I have no doubt.
that gets drowned out in hours and time and whatever else really quick. And so I would talk to some.
So when people would come into the shop and basically like a first time bowler, how do you address
First time-
start
First time bowler or first time like reactive ball?
whatever you throw it out there? I'm thinking because he had that multiple times that people would come in and they just want their first ball. Well, how do you start someone? You're talking about Arsenal building, so how do you start someone?
Yeah, starter. That's a good question. I mean,
Yeah, most of the time to start somebody out, you want to start with something, lower, something kind of on the lower end. You don't want to have them spend a whole bunch because, they're going to be developing one way or the other. Most of the time, you want something controllable, something that they're not going to have to fight with the hook amount. Some people will sell them some. Oh yeah, the Phase 2 is a good ball. That'd be a good place to start. Well, yeah, it would be a good place to start for like a 180 average bowler
you're once
just
again back
doesn't
into the hustles and
have
stuff,
anything.
right?
So yeah, you want to start down there and let them develop. Give them something controllable, consistent.
Yeah.
That doesn't hook a whole bunch that they don't have to fight with. When I started bowling lefty all them years ago, I used a plastic ball so that I could just get used to rolling the ball instead of having to worry about speed and whatever else when I don't have the coordination, I don't have the strength built up, whatever else. You don't want to give them something that they're going to have to fight with.
Yeah, and once again you're back into the same thing on my side. You're still going to be in shocks and stuff like prides. It's going to be something like that. More so a shock probably on our side of things than it would be a pride. Especially for
just
somebody that's starting. I mean, I guess the pride's going to be a little more. I would say controllable.
yeah. I mean, I'd say IQ Tour, but that's still in the master line, which
yeah.
is more expensive than you need to get for that type of reaction. You can get them in a PBR or a Hustle Camo for $50 cheaper.
A person just a first ball, a fatal would be pretty good too, actually. Or
Yeah,
top
yeah.
thrill wouldn't be bad. Comes in 2 colors. So there you go. 2 colors, green and blue, and pink and purple.
Yeah, so you take care of your pro shop operators. At the same time, there's a lot of not great pro shop operators out there, but at the same time, that's kind of
There's also a lot of good ones too.
yeah. There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's hard to get good pro shop operators because it's the same thing as there's no more money in the pro shop industry than there is in professional bowling. And so there's a lot of really great bowlers that don't bowl professionally because they can't make it work from the money side.
Yeah.
I don't do the pro shop thing anymore because
It just
I don't want to go bankrupt.
You like money. I was just
So
saying, you like to make money.
so most pro shop operators do it as a hobby or as an extra, or you have to do it as an owner operator, or you have to do a total bowling gear thing where it's just the biggest literally the biggest bowling store in the world.
Really cool store, by the way. If you're local in the area, go check it out. It is really cool. just to walk in there though, like it's
I
they've
still
got
haven't been in
tons
there.
and tons and tons and stuff. You still haven't gone in there?
Nope.
You walk in there, and it's at the
Still
front
haven't.
door. They've just got it's everything's separated by brand, but then you go into the back area and they've got bags and T-shirts and they sell used balls. They've got
So is
shoes.
this like an Academy of Sports for?
It's small,
Yeah, yeah.
a lot smaller, but yes, you're on that.
It's
It's really neat. The first time we walked in there, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I mean, if they didn't have it in stock, you don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, James. Sorry to interrupt, but the Helios is really good. Just shot 300 with it in a tournament.
You
He
got-
almost shot 300 with it yesterday at a tournament.
He got lucky. No, I'm kidding. Congrats, James. Good jobs, man. Good jobs.
Yeah.
We'll see you next weekend, dude.
Yeah, no, the Helios is just one of those that
Oh, how James shot at 300. Also, the sky is blue.
it's really clean up front for as much as it hooks, and it's got a lot of shape for as much as it hooks, and as clean as it is, and it's just kind of
It looks pretty good.
that cover is something else.
Here's a good
So,
question. As a former pro shop operator, do you appreciate the customer that comes in and says, drill me XYZ this way and can just punch the holes, just need to finish the job and get paid?
Yeah. Any time that the customer gives me less liability, that's if somebody's, well, what do you recommend, or what do you do this? Because then as soon as they put it on you, then it's like, well, you suggested the ball,
Yep.
you suggested the layout, you whatever else. I had one of those. You remember Tommy Thompson?
Tommy Thompson.
Here in town.
I know who that is. I don't know him really
Um,
personally, but yeah, I know who he is.
He came in one day. It was a long time ago, and it was back when the scandal first came, the Hammer scandal, when that came out, like a
The
decade
original,
ago.
not the S, the scandal. Okay.
The original one. He's like, well, I want something that hooks a bunch. He's like, I need something that just hooks. And the scandal had just come out, and I knew that he was a Hammer guy.
Oh, that you're talking that customer. That customer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so
okay.
so he's like, well, I want something that hooks a bunch. And so
Me too.
I'm like, okay, well, the scandal just came out. That hooks a bunch. You
Yeah.
like Hammer stuff, so let's go on ahead and do that one. And
Does it have the gas mask?
no.
Okay, sorry. Carry on. I was just curious. That intrigued me.
And so he goes out there. Well, he's trying to play fourth or fifth arrow with the scandal, and it's at Westridge.
Where was he with his feet?
I don't know, but he's playing fourth or fifth arrow.
Okay.
And I'm like, and it's just kind of getting down there, and it's trying, but it's not really.
Is it a solid?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a solid.
Okay, so I don't remember.
Well, it hooks. It doesn't back end, it hooks. And so
There's a
he's-
difference, by the way, people.
He's trying to swing the entire lane, and then he comes back in. And he's like, "Well, I don't know. It's just not hooking." And I was watching. I'm like, "Well," I said, "Well, yeah. I mean, it's hooking. It's just you're trying to play the end. You're trying to hook the entire lane."
You're literally trying to.
He's
You're
like,
literally
well,
trying to
that's,
hook the
he's
entire.
like, well, that's what I wanted. And I said, well, you said you wanted something that hooked. This hooks. It doesn't back in. Those are two different things. And
Just say, please explain the difference while you're on the topics. Now that you got people confused.
yeah,
out here.
so he wanted something that was going to cover boards and turn sideways. He didn't actually want something that hooked.
So he
didn't
wants
want-
boink.
Yeah, he wanted boink. He wanted something he could swing the entire lane with, not something that actually hooked.
So he's probably going to want something like
Not
an asymmetrical
traction.
pearl
So
or
yeah,
something
he
like
was
that.
gonna. Yeah, he wanted something more along the lines of something else, and so that one,
It's one of the
you
most.
know, the guy comes in and pays $230 for a ball that doesn't end up being what he wants it to do. Now, as soon as I got him lined up with it, then yeah, it's like, okay, well,
Oh, that's
let's
pretty good,
shine
man.
it up and move about an arrow right, and then it ended up being.
Did you shine it?
Yeah, it ended up being pretty okay for him, but it wasn't really what he wanted. It ended up working, it ended up fitting, he ended up keeping it and then throwing it quite a bit. And he really liked it at some of the out-of-town tournaments, Springfield and whatever else. And so he did kind of back into it. He didn't just get mad. And to his credit, he just didn't get mad and so, oh, screw this ball. Here it is back. I want something else. And whatever else. He kept working with it, and he threw it for a couple of years. But it wasn't what he wanted. So when somebody comes in and says, hey, I want that ball, and put the, you know, put the fingers right here and whatever else. it's
Stack
like,
it. I'm gonna hear that. Stack
like,
the
yeah.
drilling.
Brad Berry, stack it and put a giant hole in it. That
Stack
poor guy probably quit bowling.
That poor guy.
There
What's
was
his
a
name?
guy, Brad Berry.
I don't think I've ever heard the name. So.
He lived here in town. Every single hammer ball that came out, he owned. Every single time there was, and he got some of the overseas stuff too. But he was just a hammer freak.
Mhm.
But everything had to be stacked leverage. If everybody remembers the old stack leverage drill.
Everybody thinks that the stack is everything. It means
And
it's the strongest.
everything had to have a weight hole. He had to have a weight hole. Now that they have banned weight holes, he's the type of guy that would have just quit bowling. He was so
That bad, huh? Not saying he's
That-
bad. I'm just saying that it's just that.
Yeah.
Like
That
That
serious.
dead set has a ways.
That serious.
he just says, okay, stack it and put a weight hole in it. That's what he says. Like how big a weight hole are we talking? Like a big one?
Yeah. He liked an inch, an
I
inch
hate
bit,
weight holes.
an inch bit,
I don't
2.5
like it.
inches deep.
See, we're talking about used balls. Putting a weight hole in one of my brand new bowling balls, it always just looks bad. I don't know. I just don't like it.
Ugh,
I'm so glad they're gone. Makes the bowling ball look ugly. But
hate
I mean, I understood them. It
They
just
had to put a weight hole
yeah.
in my radical, and for nationals one year. And when I got home, I didn't want to throw it anymore. I was
Did you
so
say radical?
pissed.
Yeah, Radical Inferno.
she just said radical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's radical, dude.
he gave
Sorry.
me when I moved up in weight to 15, he gave me 2 balls. He gave
That's
me the Special
radical.
Agent, and he gave me the Radical Inferno.
Inferno.
There
I
was
don't.
the
Yeah.
yellow one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's still actually the ball that I shot my high series
It's
with.
still weird to hear you say radical.
I know.
Sorry. Carry on. Ruins the ball.
Yeah.
Exactly. It looks terrible. Looks terrible. Gigantic hole on the side of the ball. I hate it. Sorry. Every time I think of radical, I think of the snake Luke found.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one from when you're bridge inspecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have ran. Why did you even get close to that thing? What is wrong with you?
I couldn't see it.
But you still took the time to take a picture of it.
Yeah, I know. I backed
Like,
up.
don't
and then
move, buddy. I gotta
yeah.
get a picture of you.
It was cold out there. He wasn't gonna move.
Was it like a what kind of snake was that? That had to
It
have
was a
been.
copperhead. I'm pretty sure.
All I know is he sends us a
That's a
picture.
nope rope.
Arsenal question:
Yeah.
how do you feel about non-staff bowlers choosing to build arsenals out of balls from one brand umbrella rather than mixing between brands? Great question, actually. You want to start with that, or you want me to start with it?
Yeah, I never. Oh, there it is.
You probably went at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm gonna look. You can start with it. I'm gonna look
Okay.
at the snake.
Looking for the snake. So honestly, I don't see anything. I don't feel. I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Certain people like to find certain shapes, and when they find certain shapes, they tend to stick with it. So they become a fan of a brand, so to speak. But if you're not on staff with anybody, I highly encourage
Giant spider.
to throw everything. Throw everything because it's going to give you shape. It's going to shape different. Everything's going to look different. They're not going to be the same. SPI, yes, they've got the 3 brands: Roto, Storm, and Global. All 3 brands.
But there's
do
some
different
people
things.
there's some people that even stick with. And I'll tell people they'll ask about a Rotogrip ball or something.
Yeah.
And I'll say, well, I mean, Roto doesn't have anything like that right now, but Global does. Oh, I only throw Roto. It's like it's all the same stuff.
Why? But throw other stuff though. Like when I
Yeah.
wasn't on staff, I threw Storm stuff. I threw
Especially,
Roto
yeah.
stuff. I threw Radical stuff. I don't think.
They
I
share.
had some hammer
I was
stuff.
a fan. No, I just followed him.
I'm trying to think
so
what
when
I-
I'm staff, I just throw
They share
that
the
stuff.
same formulas. They're poured in the
But-
same plant.
Yeah.
Before I would stick with the same umbrella because the shapes made more sense to me.
Right.
And so for me, only having 2 or 3 balls.
Yep.
It just you go and you go to the pro shop and you see 50, 75 balls like crap.
Right.
How do you understand all this? Like, well, I understand this ball, so I'm gonna go to this one.
Right. Yeah. It's. I still just highly encourage people that I don't know. Don't
it's
limit yourself to just one, especially when you don't have to. Throw it all. You just never know what you're gonna find. Am I wrong?
No.
I mean, Radicals made their own stuff that's good. Brunswick's made stuff that's. Everybody makes good equipment.
No, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. It's just for my understanding.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the easiest way
Man.
for me.
No, and that's
Here was
fine.
this one.
I always have said I highly encourage people to just
But yeah,
throw other stuff. If you're not tied down to one brand, please throw it. Oh,
I was in
Sean Snake.
Kansas City eating mulberries off a mulberry tree, and this stupid snack was guarding the mulberries.
Are you showing that ugly thing? Nope. Don't even want to look at it. But he
Yeah.
took the time to take a picture of it. Almost stepped on it.
Well,
but he
because
wanted to look at it.
I almost grabbed that mulberry that was right there.
You almost grabbed a snake's neck is about what you did.
Yeah.
well, hi, buddy. How
Hi.
are you today?
Hi, friend. Don't move. Stay right there. Oh, gosh. There was a question here.
find this
Brian just woke up. Woke up late today. What's an essential 6-ball arsenal? Strong, solid, poorly sim, same for symmetrical,
There it
urethane,
is.
etc. I don't necessarily say in a 6-ball arsenal you have to have urethane.
Well, some people use it for spare, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just depends. Are you using urethane for urethane purposes, or are you using it for spares? It's a big question because there's a lot of misconceptions on urethane.
Unless it's
so.
a UC3, and then you're fine.
Oh, that thing hooks.
All right.
Uh,
So,
That's where.
so I'm out doing bridge inspection, and I'm walking along.
We'll get you, Emmanuel.
You see anything? No, you see nothing.
Oh,
Are
God.
we looking at here?
You see nothing. It's a
no
snake that I almost stepped on, and this is why I almost stepped on it.
Oh, see, I'm behind here. My screen is spinning. What about the Venom recoil over the Pride? Just depends on what shape you're looking for. They're both really good in their own ways.
Once you zoom in,
Venom recoil is really good though. Problem is,
that's what you see when you zoom in.
it's no longer with us. Rest in peace.
Snaky snake. That's why I almost stepped on it.
There's a question in here for you, actually. You ready, or are we still snaking?
I'm still snaking. So you got that. Then
He's on his snake trails now instead of rabbit trails.
Yeah.
blow
snake
it
trails.
up. There's the snack.
Let me see that thing again. Oh, heck no.
But see, that's why I almost stepped on it. Can you?
Oh, yeah, it's...
I mean,
I'd have been pissed. Well, you also would have been in the hospital.
yeah.
You ready for a question?
Yeah, let's get back to the purpose of this stream here, dude. Let me take your phone.
Talking snacks.
Question for Luke. As a lefty, I love my reality, and I was curious about the altered reality and whether it'd be worth getting. I'm a speed-dominant lefty who pipes it up 10.
Probably. I mean, if you like the reality, the altered just going to be a little bit cleaner and sharper. We've actually, those are on the way. They should be on the way.
Oh, I didn't know John.
They haven't left HQ yet.
Yeah, they created the shipping label on Wednesday, which is right before Thanksgiving, so we're probably not going to get shipped out until tomorrow.
Heckin' snackers.
But I do have an altered reality and a Wolverine on the way, so
Have you decided who's getting what yet?
no,
Okay.
probably
Or do I get both?
Luke, which recent discontinued surprised you more, Axiom or Tier Nano Pearl?
I don't know. Somebody was asking. Casey said he really likes the altered.
I'd say that probably, Luke will tell you probably the Tornado, but he wasn't a huge fan, were you?
What?
Oh, yeah, you like IQ Tornado.
Yeah, I haven't had one for a while. I actually gave my old one to Trevor.
And so did I.
Throwing it bad.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, that ball's great, though. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
can't say either of them really surprised me. The Axiom almost made it 2 years. It came out last,
Axiom was
right
pretty...
in the middle of COVID.
I never
remember
threw
I
it,
got the
and
I
it
got the
looked pretty
video
good.
done and did all those videos, and then COVID shut
Yeah.
everything down.
I never threw an Axiom. I don't know. That was right before the signing.
So it lasted a good year and a half, even though it came out at a bad time. It almost saw 2022. And the IQ Tornado Pearl doesn't look good sitting on a shelf. So it's just not the brightest kind of best looking ball. It's a good ball, but that doesn't mean that they are necessarily going to stay. I mean, yeah, Colin said the Insight. Of course, when the Insight came out, I took one look at that and I'm like, that looks like an old Columbia ball. That's definitely not gonna.
Baller or something?
It
Yeah, the
did look like a
baller,
baller,
Yeah, it looked
yeah.
like a baller. It looks like an old Columbia ball, and Brunswick, Ebonite, Columbia stuff just looks depressing.
How does the Phase 3 survive? That's a great question. I had one and absolutely hated it.
But yeah, the Insight was good, but again, it came out earlier this year, and I said there's no way that ball's going to see 2022 just because of the shelf appeal.
Which ball would you drop if you could use only two? Purple Hammer, Jack of Legacy, or VIP? Are we talking VIP Affliction or the original VIP? Because right now I'm going to go ahead and tell you, are we just going off just because I like it or don't like it? It's going to be the Jack of Legacy.
Yeah, I never noticed much difference in shape from Roto and Storm. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. Roto stuff.
Original VIP, get that out of here. It's gone.
Roto stuff tends to be a little bit earlier and a little bit more
Sorry.
aggressive, I guess you'd say. Storm stuff's a little bit cleaner, a little bit more refined. Roto's just kind of
People retire at the end before the face.
Just more aggressive generally.
Yeah.
But you're splitting hairs. You're really splitting hairs. So, oh, hey Joe,
Your
what
P3 is a
time do you
couple
change
miles,
out your arsenal? That's
does.
also a good question because stuff
What was the question?
Joe Dollins asked, at what time do you change out your arsenal? Because stuff does wear out. I mean, sometimes.
Oh, yeah, you'll notice it in the
sometimes
covers.
You
I mean,
have stuff
Walter starts to
that.
puke.
Well, and that's what the pros will talk about, drilling fresh covers of stuff that they like,
Yeah.
and especially if you're.
It only had 16 games, so they decided to drill it fresh.
Especially if you're a Brunswick staffer and you need to drill a ball every 30 games.
Oh, there it went. Shots fired.
But
yeah,
every once in a while stuff does wear out, and you can only resurface stuff and detox it so much before. I mean, you're throwing a hard heavy object into other hard heavy objects into machinery designed to withstand impact from hard heavy objects.
Correct.
And so stuff just eventually wears out. So when stuff loses kind of that edge to it, or it just kind of, rolls down the lane. Now, some like Jason Nelson's Phase 3 that he was using at
that was my Phase 3, by the way.
Yeah. So
everybody shoots honor scores with it, but me.
But there's so much friction, there's so much hook, there's so much back end at gauge that using something like that has kind of died, you can tell that he still revs it up, and I keep waiting for it to hook, and it just kind of but it looks really good.
Yeah.
Because he's matching up the way that he throws it to a ball that's pretty well dead to a place that makes even promotions turn sideways.
Right.
So it all kind of balances and works out. So sometimes dead stuff, like I had an original Taboo that looked good for 50 games, and then it died, and then it was amazing.
The Taboo?
So the Taboo was
Taboo's got a
amazing,
gas mask core, doesn't it?
amazing. Huh?
Doesn't the Taboo have a gas mask?
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, so it was amazing. So I think you just need to, once something gets beat up enough, you can resurface it, you can detox it, you can whatever else, but if you notice that it's just getting weak at the pocket, that's normally the big thing that tips me off, is that, if you have something, say like an Idol dies, well, it's still got that rounder IQ Tour type of shape.
Right.
And even if something's really smooth, it can still kind of read well and kind of hit well, but when something kind of reads and then wiggles and then kind of hits flat and just feels dead,
right,
that's about the time when you need to start replacing stuff.
Bought a Baldy oiler Brian, that's money spent. You talking one of those little
probably one of the little innovative things, which I don't really recommend, but
I mean, if you do them right, they work.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah,
I was to say the home one. I think James was the one telling somebody about it, but he just takes a bucket and heats it up to like 125 degrees, and then dunks the ball in it just for a quick.
It's not a bad idea either.
Just a little bit in between detoxing.
Yeah,
I saw a guy on,
because really with the detox, it's the ultrasound that pulls it out, and those are $2,000.
I saw a guy the other day. It wasn't the other day. I guess it was over the summer. Somebody asked a question about what should I do to get the oil out of my bowling balls, and he literally posted a picture. Bro, I just leave them out in the sun, and just puts them in his front yard and leaves them out in the sun. I said, yeah, that's wise.
Yeah.
Good idea. Yeah, let's just do that some more.
Just leave stuff out in the front yard.
Just go ahead and put it there and just put it out in the sun. That's great. It's great. Better than an oven, I guess. Yeah, I guess, man. Whatever.
Yeah, see,
you want your bowling balls to last.
Most bowling balls, I think Motive's stuff, the temperature at which it voids the warranty is 140, and Storm stuff is 125. And so that's why a detox that you set at 110 or whatever, and then the ultrasound actually pulls the oil out of the ball. But with the heat methods, the ovens, whatever else, you have to get the ball hot enough to where the oil loosens up and then just runs / falls out of the ball.
So you're saying you should put it in your front yard with the sun?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Just the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
So, that's why when people leave their stuff in the car and it's hot outside and they come in and everything's soaked in oil, it's like, well, yeah, but the interior of your car, if it's 100-some degrees outside, the interior of your car is going to get up to like 150.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
we've all done it.
So it's just not good on the ball because it's a 3-piece ball. It's got a core, it's got the filler material, and it's got the cover stock. They're all different densities. They all expand and contract at different rates. And so if you have a core, the filler material, and the ball, they're all kind of doing this at different rates. They're fighting against each other, and eventually the ball is going to crack.
There's some people that live
Plus,
in like climate controlled or like certain times of the year. They'll leave them in the car for an hour or two or something.
Oh, I mean, I've done it.
That's one thing, but we're talking, if you live in Colorado, Arizona, the extreme temperature.
It's not a good idea.
No.
But yeah,
If I know it's going to be cold, they're instantly coming out of the car.
Yeah, just like James said, dry heat is a totally different thing too because that's why bowling balls crack is the surface dries out.
Yep. You can get one of those little bag things.
So yeah. Yeah, those bags actually seem to be a pretty cool.
They are, but I'm sorry, you're not going to catch me putting my bowling balls in a bag.
No.
But that's what they recommend, sticking the ball if you're not using it, as I'm staring at all the balls we have just sitting on the shelf.
Can I just throw my ball into the hot tub at Super 8? That's great.
Yeah. But, I also have drilled my bowling balls correctly, so I can just leave them sitting out on the shelf and I don't have to worry about it.
Is that why mine don't crack?
All of the bowling balls that we have, only one is cracked.
I have a Rogue Assassin that cracked on me. It's the only motive ball I've ever had crack on me. But it was the one I bought off Riley. That was I use it as a tester for how I want to drill it. So. Yeah.
No, the Tour Nano up there, which was Luke's lefty ball from like 7 years ago.
It cracked?
It's up there. The Christmas ball.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
But that one's.
I'd be very leery anything at Super 8 in the United States. Midwest Vortex. Can I just throw my ball into the hot tub at Super 8? That's good. Never leave balls in your car if you can help it. Yeah, I have no problem leaving them in there. Well, they go in overnight. I'm not staying in the car, but if if I'm going somewhere for a couple hours, I have no problem with it. But as long as it's not like 115 outside, and I know it's gonna bake in there. But like if it's cold and I have to leave them in there for a certain amount of time, I'll put blankets over it.
Had a ghost crack on it during transit, and USPS won't pay it.
You can have it warranted, and Motive will take care of it. So when you get the ball, you should be able to still get the warranty. Anytime you buy a Motive ball, they give you the steps on the box to how to warranty it. So
yeah.
Does it matter if it's used though? Because he doesn't.
Is it? Yeah, as I say, is it used? I don't think so. I think Brian Buddy. Pretty sure he bought that new. Okay. But tell me if I'm wrong, because I'll make sure that you get taken care of on that.
Seeing a pitch purple priced for $90, would it be better to splurge more on a UC3 or should I just buy the pitch purple as a two-hander? Actually, as a two-hander, the pitch purple should be okay. I would actually buy a fast pitch instead of a pitch purple. The pitch purple is just not good.
Sorry.
How has the Phase 3 survived? It looks amazing, and I have not thrown mine in a little while, but I really do like the ball on both sides of the lane. Probably should throw my lefty one more. It's just an older ball, so.
Yeah. Now you can fire some questions away at us. We kind of touched on our.
Yeah, I'm going back and trying to keep up some.
No, you're good. Touched on our Arsenal stuff. If you have, like I said, in the chat, fire some Arsenal questions at us. If you have those, if you have something else, fire away. We kind of hit our topic there for the first hour, so it gives us time to sit here and just kind of chit chat with you guys since we've kind of changed the direction of our show here. So just in general.
Yeah, just started bowling in seriously in August. I've got a white dot, raw hammer, hero solid, prism warp hybrid, blood red melee jab, looking to fill the gap between the hammer and the hero.
Hammer and the hero?
Yeah, the raw hammer is kind of like like one of the hypes or something.
That's a lower end piece.
The hero solid is, and then the prism warp hybrid's stronger than that. The blood red is probably kind of on par with the raw hammer, or is fairly close to it.
What about between them?
Yeah, that'd be something, because the raw hammer is kind of like
is it solid or pearl?
I don't know.
What about something like a knockout?
Yeah, the knockout. I'm not sure if they still make those.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. Pretty sure. Like I know that Total Bowling Gear had a bunch of them.
Yeah, if you like the hammer Brunswick stuff, the Knockout would probably fit in there pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to give you that control. It's like an IQ is what a tour is what it is. It's Brunswick's version of it, or Hammer, whoever makes it in the 7 brands.
Yeah, Jason said your P3 has a couple more honor scores on it since you last threw it. Yeah, it looks really good for him.
Yeah. That ball looked garbage in my hands. Let's continue to get some stuff here. I'm getting some questions. Balls in the car. Son number 2 is Paul.
He has about 20 more revs than you.
He's got about 20 more revs than me. Everybody has more revolutions than me.
Yeah, Roto Kyle, I don't know
It's
why
true.
we don't have some
Everybody.
other... I mean, the Hustle Ink stayed around forever, but with the camo coming out, I actually think the camo is better than the ink. But yeah, some stuff like the IQ Tour and the Phase 2 and the High Road Pearl, that's another one. That the High Road Pearl's 8. It's been around forever, and people just don't think of it, but... yeah, I can't imagine that the IQ Tour, some of that stuff sells more than some of this Roto stuff. You're not going to see anything global stick around unless it's selling. So
Like a
the
Zen?
the Zen's going to keep selling, so that'll be around for a while, and it's sold enough, period, to begin with. And that's the other thing about the Phase 3 is that when the Phase 3 came out, so it's about 2 years old now. The first 3 months the Phase 3 was out, it outsold 3 years worth of Phase 2 sales.
The 3?
Yeah, the 3
that's
sold
new.
more in 3
And it
months
had that
than
name
the
on
2
it?
sold in 3 years. So
Had that name on it.
How long before the Phase 2 gained traction? Because you made the comment that in one of your videos that the Phase 2 almost didn't even make it.
yeah, they
past
almost
the first
discontinued
year.
it.
That's
Because
probably...
it was a full year
was-
before it started getting traction on tour and with tournament bowlers and whatever else. They about discontinued it.
Would you say it was the tour stuff that saved it?
Yeah, it was the tournament use was 100% what saved it. People started buying it. They started seeing, okay, wow, this looks really good at tournaments. It's not a house shot ball, and when it came out, nobody cared because everybody hated the Phase.
How long's it been out now?
5 years. It just hit 5 years last month.
Just about the inside due to it being
So-
discontinued. How would you compare it to 900 Global Reality?
What's that?
Garrett, I don't want to butcher your name, so I'll just say Garrett just bought the Insight due to it being discontinued. How would you compare it to the 900 Global Reality?
It's weaker. It's not quite as dynamic as the Reality. It's a good. It's smooth, but it's continuous. It's predictable. It's really controllable. I think you're gonna like it if you don't expect it to back end a bunch, but it's one of the better ball. And actually, once it shines up a little bit, it does start getting some decent shape to it. It reacts a lot like the Reality. It's just a step down from it.
Like from yeah, I could see that. Speaking of Reality, there's one right there.
Yep.
Luke, looking at one of the weaker pearls in the line. I like the look of the burner pearl, but feel the high road pearl is too good not to get. What is your opinion? Does anybody not care about motive balls in here? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
It's fine. You answer the questions.
Yeah.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. No, I don't care. We don't. You guys have way more stuff than we do. So
If you actually go watch Darren Tang's video for the Wolverine that he put up, he compares it to the High Road Pearl, and he gets to the High Road Pearl, and he's like, "I'm sorry if the High Road Pearl looks better than anything else in this video, but it's just a god ball." And the High Road Pearl it's kind of too good to not get, but at the same time, the Burner Pearl is really good. And the Hustle Wine, the Hyped Pearl, all that stuff right there is pretty good too. Now, the High Road Pearl has a higher RG. It's going to get a little bit further down the lane, and it's going to punch more. The other stuff's kind of IQ Emerald type stuff. It's earlier and smoother, even though it is still pearl. It's still gonna have a decent amount of shape to it. But yeah, the High Road Pearl is something.
it's still around, right?
Yeah, they still make it, and that.
How long did that ball come out after the original?
3 years. So yeah, it's 8. The High Road Pearl's been around for 8 years,
Really?
but with people winning tournaments with it.
I'm
And
surprised I never drilled one. I actually was going to. That was one of my next ones.
I think that's one of those things where the Phase 2, the IQ Tour, stuff like that keeps the pro staff on TV. The High Road Pearl.
Oh yeah.
They may not use it on TV, but that stuff like that keeps them getting to TV.
Right.
So
Everybody's in here feeling better for me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see this.
Somebody else likes a Fatal Venom. See?
Yeah. Yeah.
You go, Chris.
They've had one too many beers.
Yeah, I'll talk mood balls with you, Hodge. Hi, Malcolm. Thanks, man. No, you're good. Fire away. Anything you want on our side of things or Luke's side of things, you feel free to ask.
Yeah, Malcolm's got a question.
Uh-oh. He's got a question?
Yeah, it's up there. What type of reeds?
What type of reads have you gotten from your benchmark balls that... I think this is for both of us here.
Yeah.
What type of reads have you gotten from your benchmark balls that psyched you out of into another benchmark ball in line? Well, I'm gonna throw them all anyways. So let's be honest. They're gonna get thrown. So, you want to answer that first? Psyched us out. Like, are you saying like scared us off, or like
maybe take it both ways? Like, say you got a ball and it either turned you off, or like I have to have that next one and that was a flop or failed, or.
Oh, that's definitely in the Forge line. That's definitely the Forge fire. The fire threw that ball, was excited to throw it just because it looks cool, and then threw it and it's turd. That's the reason why it's not here anymore. And yet I still have it and try to throw it. And then, of course, the Iron Forge kind of saved that.
Well, I mean, he was talking, I think it was because we were talking about like the phase. So
Yeah.
everybody gets a phase, it turns them off, and so they don't want the phase too, but then okay, it doesn't suck. So maybe something like that. Are there any other covers?
Well, yeah, it was that same line. The Fatal or the Flare I only throw randomly. It does the total opposite that it does for anybody out there than for me than it does anybody else. But I don't dislike it. The Fire was just, sorry, the Fire is just absolutely terrible. And I was so skeptical on the Iron Forge, and then that ball actually looks pretty good for me. So I do like the Iron Forge a lot. So that would be my, that's not benchmark, but
Yeah.
the line where the pride's in, I can't complain about it. I honestly didn't throw too much. I have a ripcord flight, an original ripcord, actually donated away, but so I don't really know too much in that shape because it's pretty empty right now. So
Yeah, I don't know. There has been some things, like I really like the original Parallax, and I was excited for the effect, but then the effect is just not good for me at all.
it's hard to ask Luke because it's just promotion forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sorry. Yeah, you said the effect.
Yeah, the effect just was not good for me at all. The Parallax, I still have one on the floor, and then we have another one. But yeah, anytime we go bowl at Lunar, I'll take the Parallax.
Oh yeah,
Because
for
it ends
sure.
up looking
Have
pretty
you tried
good
it
there.
in Belton?
Huh?
Have you tried it in Belton?
No, I might take it to Belton.
I was gonna say
actually.
I might try and think about taking that to Belton because
Belton and Lunar are not terribly different.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that 100%. Unless we bowled on the other night. For the lefty in the room, what balls would you take to Southwest Tournament at North Rock Lanes in Wichita? We actually bowled that tournament, Emmanuel, so
Yeah.
there you go.
Wichita is the back ends are normally
Wichita.
fairly slower, and there is
And it's not a house shot
actually
either, by the
decent
way.
amount of
Hook.
there's a decent amount of hold inside at North Rock, which is an extreme rarity for the left side.
You guys had
Most-
hold on the left side?
Yeah, we have hold on the left side at North Rock, which
Well,
is
no wonder
which is why
the lefties
Pat-
score
yeah,
a
we're just
bajillion
245.
there.
Yeah. So
Have you not seen how Brent Bauer scores there? He literally rockets to the pocket.
yeah,
Averages 260. Sorry, because we don't bowl on a house shot there for the Southwest. They put a pattern down of some sort, but they hook. They hook a lot.
yeah.
I don't know
so-
about Andy B's hook, but
Yeah, so stuff I would take to Southwest. I'm going to take stronger stuff because there is still plenty of oil there too. There's plenty of oil, plenty of hold. So I would take Idle Helios, ProMotion.
Slower
My
stuff?
IQ Tornado Pearl looked good there.
that's what you threw pretty much exclusively at the Southwest last year, right?
Yeah, well, I threw that a lot.
Yeah.
And then that sweeper that we went down that weekend that Waspo and them were there, we bowled the doubles, and I averaged.
Oh yeah, you bowled well. You threw a
well,
nano, right? IQ
Yeah,
nano?
yeah. Well, I averaged 230 because I shot nothing less than 210.
Sorry,
and
I couldn't ride the
nothing bigger
backpack.
than 240. Like I couldn't shoot it, and that was the one where out of 8 games, I opened in the 10th like 3 times. When I had a shot to shoot 250, 260.
Yeah.
that game and then would open the 10th frame every freaking time.
We missed cash spot by one stick or something like that, one spot, something like that. We were literally, we were like 4 spares away from either not cashing or winning. It was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was stupid. But because of where the opens came at the time in the games. Does that make sense? Yeah, I didn't ride the backpack. It's me. I'm sorry. There's a question. So explain hook to back end for me, please. I'll let you hook in on that there.
Okay, and I also want to check the benchmark ball term question is. So yeah, explain hook to back end.
Oh, yeah, we'll
hook is traction. When most people think, well, I want a ball that hooks. They want visible, seeing the ball turning and
They like
going.
to see
That's not hook. Hook is actually traction or dig or the traction that the ball is getting earlier. Back end is the shape or the sharpness that it makes on the back end part of the lane. So something that hooks a lot is a proton physics. It doesn't turn very sharply, but when you actually, it's hard to see on a house shot because everything looks like it hooks about the same amount, and a lot of the stuff that hooks more actually looks like it hooks less because it's not turning super sharp. But lower end balls or weaker balls are designed to look on dry conditions like heavy oil balls look on heavy oil conditions, because the weaker, shinier balls are more dependent on that friction to be there, and there's a lot of friction, there's a lot of dry boards on house shots, and so stuff is going to, just about everything's going to hook on a house shot. But once you get on actual volume and start to see the weaker balls just kind of spin and do nothing, while balls like the Proton are actually now picking up and looking more dynamic because they have the oil volume to get them down the lane now.
Right.
That's the difference between
hook and back end.
Between hook and back end. And yes, hook is front to back.
Yes, that's very accurate. Yes.
Yeah, that's a
exactly
very good way to put that.
All right, so here we'll hit the benchmark ball that we were talking about. The benchmark ball. Sorry, the benchmark ball. Term still confuses me. Is it based on RG or diff numbers, shape, personal preference, or a combo of all? Motive really marketed the Pride as the ultimate benchmark ball is because it actually is. It's just benchmark ball is you're looking for a smoother, controllable shape, correct?
Yeah, and that's exactly what Storm B28 says in here. Benchmark should be slow and controllable.
Yep.
It lets you, and that's the true definition of a benchmark ball. People have kind of changed it to say, well, this is my benchmark.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well, that works if that's kind of the ball that you pull out. People have changed it to mean kind of, well, this is the ball I pull out first, and this lets me know which direction to go. But a benchmark ball is something like an IQ Tour or a Venom Shock or something that's very smooth, controllable.
Yes.
It lets you know whether do I need to go smoother and weaker or do I need to go stronger and sharper.
Yeah, I hate the
much
word benchmark
it
though.
Would be right in the middle of the bag too.
Yeah. That's what something like the Storm Tour Power was. I would think about the first.
The Tour Power?
Yeah, the Tour Power was kind of the first true like benchmark.
No, Super Power. I shot my first 300 was with a Super Power. I still have it, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep, still have it down there. Sorry, you said that, it just kind of went ding.
But the Tour Power was kind of like an early IQ Tour.
Can't tell you, did I throw the Tour Power?
That was the pink one.
No, I didn't throw that one. Benchmark ball is not the ball. See, I hate the term benchmark. I mean, like, I don't look at my bag and go, that's benchmark.
What would you say instead?
What's that?
What would you say instead?
First ball out of my bag. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I don't like you have to put benchmark on it. I get it. It's a catchy thing.
Yeah, benchmark ball is not the ball you use first on the house shot. You've been bowling in the same league for a decade.
Safety net.
Safety net is actually very accurate. It's what are you gonna? Yeah, I could see that.
That's what I think of when I hear benchmark is the safety net. That's the one that's like
safety net. That's actually probably one of the most accurate things I've heard. That's really good. I just benchmark is something that has really just gotten blown up.
That was the easiest way for me to understand it.
It's Zen Master.
Yeah.
Get him
for me,
throwing
like
jabs.
Emerald.
Emerald, yeah.
Because no, it's not my first one out of my bag typically, but it's my safety net. It's the one that's right in the middle of the bag. I can.
It's just such a misunderstood term.
Well, and see, he hits the nail on the head. If you went to a foreign center and could only use one ball, that's probably your benchmark ball. So for me, I mean
Yeah.
that's a pro motion
What
because
would I throw?
I don't use a pro motion in league ever anymore.
I was waiting for
But
him to look at me and say
it's
it.
one of the first balls that comes out of the bag. If I'm somewhere different, and that gives me a read, that lets me know, okay, well I need to go this way, I need to go this way. But yeah, if you're bowling league somewhere, I don't ever pull out a pro motion anymore.
So I'm trying to talk the wife into letting me bowl the big $1,000 entry
Yeah.
out in where you only get 2 balls.
Oh yeah, the Midnight Bowler
The Midnight Bowler Society. Riley and I have been talking and talking. So Riley and I and Bo want to go bowl it.
It's gonna be a few years before I say yes.
I want to do it so bad. So because you get 2 balls, I already know the exact two I'm going to throw. It's just obvious.
Here you go.
It's always it's going to be this a shock and probably a purple tank. But I want to bowl it so bad. What are you doing? Really appreciate the info. Do you have a recommendation on a ball for a senior wanting to get back into the sport? That's my mom.
Yeah.
It's a great question. A senior wanting to get back into the sport. First thing, you're going to have to get comfortable with what weight you're going to throw. Start. And it just depends. Are you looking to get something that, I'm sorry, I'm going to use the term, something that hooks? Are you looking for a reactive ball? Are you looking for something that just like plastic? It just depends on what you're looking for. But once again, we're not going to shy away from stuff like a Top Thrill wouldn't be a bad option, a Venom Shock, Camo, Hustle. The lower end stuff would probably be that was your dad using my account. Thank you, Woody. Stuff like that. He's the weird one because he can get everything to hook because of the way he throws it. So he needs like. I'm trying to find something to get him to stop hooking it. So or to get to stop hooking. How about that? You're a Top Thrill. Thank you, Malcolm. Appreciate it. I'm the pink and purple Top Thrill though. The other one is just Earth, the Earth ball. I wish I could use low end stuff. I could actually. I like low end stuff. I do. I wish I could throw it more. Top Thrill. I think I filmed with it and haven't thrown it other than that. And there's nothing against it. I just haven't found the time to throw it. And I took it Wednesday night thinking I was going to throw it, but I ended up in the pin down ghost the last 3 games and it should have been there all day. But I took it though, and I do take it on Thursday or Tuesdays. So I should say I do take it because you never know, Gage, what you're going to get ever.
Especially depending on who you're bowling against.
That's a fact. That is
Because
100%.
There's such a variety of people that some.
Yep.
I don't know what they have, but it was. I saw it going down the lane a few lanes over. I don't know what ball it was or whatever, but it looked so chalky.
That was probably. Oh, I can't think of his name. We just bowled him here a couple weeks ago. What is his name? Oh,
I don't know.
it was like a fresh. He put like a fresh 500 pad on it, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
I was gonna say,
You see what you're doing here?
yeah,
Sorry.
There's some of them that's just such a variety of what they throw that's like, gee, many Christmas.
Either misses where I live or overhooks. Have you tried taking the shine off of it, Malcolm?
Yeah.
Please take 3,000 to it. You'll thank me later if you haven't done it. I really like the way the camo threw on Luke's ball review video. That's because it is really good and Luke's the man.
Yeah.
The camo is really good, actually.
Yeah.
He shot 300 with it here a month ago? Month and a half?
month and a half.
So, yeah.
Almost 2 weeks now.
And then promptly started shooting 500s every week.
His second 300 left since the switch. And no, it wasn't this year's, so a year apart, right? Basically a year apart. So, he's going to start shooting more. What did you shoot Friday night?
650. It was the best 650 I've ever shot.
Boom.
I left an 810 in the middle of the first game. That would have been 250.
Top throw's great when I'm rolling on trash lanes. Good ball, it's pink. Exactly, right? You can't go wrong with top throws. Hit everything with 3,000, just purchase pretty much. Okay, so it's just topography stuff. So then don't trash the top throw then. It's so pretty. And it smells like motive balls.
Yuck.
Motive bowling balls smell amazing, by the way.
No.
For all you out there that love the storm smells.
No.
They do smell good. Motive stuff.
No.
I just like to get her fired up over here. What's the difference for that camo on lane for you with electrifies, Luke?
The camo is longer and a little. It's definitely longer, cleaner, and a little bit sharper. There's more shape out of the camo than there is with the electrifieds. The electrifieds, even the pearl, is earlier and it's a little stronger and it's a little kind of rounder, smoother, whatever else. So, honey badger intensity. Yeah, they just discontinued everything.
Drilling a Vipa ripcord when I get home. Ripcord velocity. Ball goes boink. You talking about the ripcord velocity? I'm assuming, because if that's the case, be prepared for hook. It's pretty similar to a phase 3 actually, shape wise. I would say. Luke and I have always agreed on that. So they really do. You're biased. No, I actually really like the smell. I really do. I swear.
Aspen, she's got this really weird thing she does with her paw. She kind of
turns
it sideways.
That's her pillow. She's like,
Yeah.
How's that comfy though?
I don't know, because she turns that paw sideways and just kind of lays.
You're
on.
a two-hander, and are you looking more at balls that are smooth or ones that are longer?
Smooth, because there's a lot of two-handers that have told me how much they like the Zen Master, and I mean it's really smooth. It hooks a bunch, but
Actually,
it's really smooth.
I've
So
seen
I
a
think,
lot of two-handers, like Ryan Barnes, or is it Ryan? He throws the crap.
Yeah,
out.
two-handers are gonna want smoother stuff. So
So
I just drilled a T2 and a UFO alert yesterday.
Sweet. We're kind of just
UFO alert.
chit-chatting
So-
here the last little bit of the show here, and so like I said,
Yeah,
just keep firing away some questions. We hit the topic. We do need to get back to marking at zero. I want to hear Luke say it. So
Market zero.
thank you. There it is on cue.
If
So
somebody would
But I
have
wasn't
filming
over.
me a couple Tuesdays ago, we could have had.
We
one.
could have marked
it
I
zero.
launched that UC3.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it. I did. You were right next to me. I saw it.
Yeah, I think you actually.
Over the line.
I did. I said mark at zero.
Yeah.
We do need to. So I do have a question for people that are watching us. We seem to be getting about the same amount of live views. We did hit our peak for the first time this week. For a live view, do you guys like the way we do it now? Would you like to see some segments back in, like the funny ones, like Market Zero? You agreed?
Yeah. And actually, we've gotten some emails.
We have. Actually, we
That
do have an
we
email I
haven't.
wanted to touch on. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh,
It
I'm
came
sure
in
I
last
saw it.
night.
I'm getting really hungry though, so my.
Well, before you shut off, you need to talk about the fundraiser.
We will. That's definitely on
Oh,
my
yeah.
topic. Do you want to read this? Like,
Finger-
you're
finger
pulling it
grip
up on
wear, or
there.
is it
Finger
the-
grip wear. That's actually a great question. So he's gonna look at that.
Yeah, and then Andrew V posted something that we didn't even.
I like the way he just
Look
talks to
at,
have guests.
so-
Yeah, we've been bad about being in our email, but we're back in there. Although it's Sam Adams, so
Yeah.
don't hate on Sam Adams. I live in New England. I love Sam Adams.
I'm
ready for
amount of
Luke to
wear
give me
on
another
one
one.
finger versus another right-handed. Notice the wear on my middle finger grip is more than my ring finger. Yeah, so it's. I think I read somewhere that you can get more wear on one finger than another, depending on how much axis rotation you put on a ball. Not sure if that's right, but wondering if it might be a fit issue. It's not a big deal, and the wear isn't huge, but I have noticed it. Yeah, some people are ring finger dominant or they're middle finger dominant, and I am actually middle finger dominant. And when I've started throwing it bad, I've noticed because I've been kind of relaxing everything and kind of spinning it a little bit. But since I've gotten back to tightening my middle finger back up, that's helped to get the.
I don't know what I am. Sorry, keep talking. I'm just.
Yeah, that's helped to kind of get the rotation back
Okay.
on, going the right direction and actually not just kind of dumping the ball or shoving it or whatever else. Now I'm actually getting through it and catching it with my middle finger. That's where most of the wear
Throwing it like a machine now.
comes from. Yeah, something like that.
A couple days off helps. It does help to reset the battery sometimes.
But when I started bowling
Agreed.
lefty again, I would
Agreed.
get pretty bad blisters
It
on
does if I
my
just-
middle finger while I was
Deep.
toughening it back up on the inside because I kind of used that to get around it. And now I've got it toughened up or whatever, so I don't have any issues anymore. But I'm definitely middle finger dominant.
I'm just the weird one that has the same grip in both fingers.
Yeah.
True. It's so much cheaper on grips.
Yeah, I am definitely more end over end.
Drink the beers before you start and let the show go off
I
the
don't
rails.
have a
Exactly,
whole lot of
right?
tilt.
Oh, please no.
Just get schnockered before we start.
No.
But I can't jam in with cod, so I try to ice this. I don't know what finger. I don't know what ring or
And
finger
yeah,
I
if
am.
you're
dominant.
more ring finger dominant, then you probably tend to have higher, or you have
My guess would be ring
you have
finger.
more tilt.
Do I have? I don't honestly have any idea how much
So
tilt
could
I
you
have.
possibly tell by someone's ball roll?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could see that. So James is definitely middle finger dominant.
Yeah, James is crazy middle finger dominant. All that negative tilt.
Give me that negative tilt.
Yeah.
Sorry, James. I hope he's gonna go.
not listening.
Oh, he's gonna go back and watch this. He's gonna roast the crap out of me. It's gonna happen. Oh no! Wait, he'll be in town this week. Shoot, disregard. Abort. But yeah, once again, if you guys didn't catch us earlier, we are not doing a show next week. We are bowling Saturday and Sunday in Belton, Missouri at Aaron's Family Fun Center.
Yeah, James likes to stream, so he.
Yeah,
might
that's
be
actually
streaming.
right. James likes to stream, so
Yeah.
the problem with Saturday is we don't get paired up. They actually go off your standing. So where you finished in the points is who you bowl with.
Yeah.
So
All right, so another UC3 urethane and league question. Should carry down really be a concern over 3 games? With the UC3, no. Urethane does not create carry down. Low flare creates carry down. Because that's the only way that you get carried. Because even though urethane isn't very fast absorbing, even the fastest absorbing cover on the market still has oil. It's not, the ball's not going to absorb the oil between 40 feet and 41 feet. That's just not, at the end of the pattern. That's just not going to happen.
right.
Lower flaring stuff has very tight oil rings or one singular oil ring. I mean, that's back in the days of urethane where they said that you were good if your track was less than the width of a dime, because that meant that you were consistent.
Yeah.
Because
sure.
you'd see the track, especially with old
Do
wood
one more?
lanes.
Do we have one more? I'll do one more if you want to do one more while we're BSing here. Keep talking. Sorry.
So you'll have the, because stuff didn't flare.
Opening that. I ain't doing it. I don't like those things.
Stuff didn't flare, and so you would have, and especially on old wood lanes, that's when you'd have those little flecks or those little cut scratches, whatever, in your track, and so
Yep.
you'd be able to see your track really well.
Well, it's because the boards separate too, didn't they? Like they start separating at some point.
Yeah, but you'd get these little scratches, and that's basically what your track was these little tiny scratches all the way through.
That makes sense.
And so when stuff doesn't flare, it rolls over the same oil tracks all the way down the lane. And so when it hits the back end, well, all it does is it picks up all that oil in the front, and then it just deposits the oil because it's spinning over the same oil all the way down the lane. So it's just going to spin over that same oil all the way throughout the back end.
Right.
And so if you have something that flares, it doesn't matter whether it's reactive or urethane or whatever else. If it's not rolling over the same oil tracks, it can't create carry down. The only thing that it's rolling over, there's 2 bow ties. There's one at the top of the ball, there's one at the bottom of the ball, where the tracks kind of crisscross each other. And so the smaller the bow tie is, the less carry down you're going to get. And most of the time now, you're going to get carry down, or you're going to get track burn before you're going to get carry down, or if you ever see any carry down, period.
Yeah. Agreed. Are you guys going to stream the tournament next weekend? James will most likely stream, actually. I'm pretty sure he
James
will.
are gonna,
And link is there. I'm pretty sure that James and I are actually going to be on the same pair because they put us together where you're at finishing points. I'm pretty sure James and I will be on the same pair.
Yeah.
We aren't as lucky as the 2 over here that are sitting in the top 10. So machines over here.
Yeah. When you bowl 7,000 million tournaments.
I did. Hey, so I'm being told if I drill a UC2, hit it with 1,000, it'll give me urethane shape. Is this accurate? Asking for a friend from Nick Brown.
That was there was a post
Nick.
on SRG BBFS or something like that where somebody was wanting to drill a UC2 and hitting it with 1,000 to get a UC3 or a urethane type shape.
Oh,
It's like, yeah, let's
somebody
drill,
actually really asked that?
Let's drill the sharpest, most responsive ball I've ever thrown, and then hit it with 1,000 and try to turn it into urethane.
Thanks for the breakdown on that. No pun intended.
Yeah.
The breakdown pair. Yeah, somebody really asked that? I need
Somebody
proof.
really
Nick, I need
asked
proof.
that.
I've got to see that.
No, I'm pretty sure I've got the
to see it. That's great.
I've got the photo.
Oh, you screenshot it? Luke
Oh,
screenshots
yes.
everything. Oh, did I
This
miss?
is why he gets
I think so.
10,000 videos, photos, and he has to go through and clean them out
Oh, that's
as
so
we
good.
drive to Summit.
As we drive to Summit. Can you guys?
That's like his Summit thing. Every time we drive to Summit.
It's because it's a long drive. Can you guys? If we miss any questions, please copy, throw it in there, and I want to make sure we hit them because Just sitting here, just kind of having a beer and hanging out. Once again, happy Thanksgiving weekend for everybody that's joined with us here or watching again later. Hope everybody had
it. I guess I saw it and we talked
lots and
about
lots
it.
of food. I ate a lot of stuffing. Once again, we talked about stuffing when we first started. Give me stovetop stuffing all day. I could literally not eat anything else but stuffing. So go ahead, roast me now for that since we're up.
I love it. Stuffing and green bean casserole.
Green bean casserole. Yep, I do like green bean casserole, but I don't like mushrooms. And usually green bean casserole has cream of mushroom in it. Yep.
That's how I make it.
Once I see those little mushrooms, I'm like, I'm out. Why would you hit the UC2 with 1,000? That is a great question, Kendall.
Yeah, no.
Because somebody thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna drill a UC2, take it to 1,000 to get a urethane reaction.
I mean,
I digress.
I want to know what their brain thought was when they're typing that in. Like, okay, UC2, if I hit it with 1,000, this should look like urethane.
Sounds like something fruit would say.
Fruit.
Oh.
Good old fruit. I don't want to do homemade anything. Give me stovetop
Yeah,
and
Nick, you
Velveeta
found
shells. My man.
So has anyone taken their UC2 and taken it down to anywhere between 500 and 1,500 and tried to create a urethane-like look?
You all should have said yes.
Literally, yeah.
Yes, we all tried it. It didn't work.
Yeah, because that's why I want to buy a UC2 for him.
Which is better for a low rev bowler from Which is better for a low rev bowler from grips? What do you, no grips or grips? Lower rev players, I will highly recommend using grips
Yeah.
because it gives you an increased rev rate. It helps increase your rev rate. So there you go. Plus, no grips is just a pain in the neck to deal with all the time. It's hard to get the same fit over and over again, unless you're Luke.
I don't do homemade anything. Give me stovetop and Velveeta shells and cheese.
That's what I just said. I said give it all to me.
Riley.
Yeah.
Riley doesn't even cook at home.
No,
And that was my daughter's version of cooking was assembling something out of a box. That was cooking.
Dude,
Riley
I have
doesn't
no
even assemble stuff out of a box.
Does Riley eat ramen noodles?
I don't think so because that means he'd actually have to make it.
Yeah, it's true. Got to put bacon in green bean casserole. I've never tried it.
We did find this great little Chinese place in.
Did you go with him to eat
McPherson.
Chinese?
No, I did go over to. There was one night we were there last week. I went over to the bowling alley for a little bit, taught him how to use urethane.
Oh yeah, and then it just was non-existent.
Yeah, then it was just not a.
I really need to figure out what's going on with my purple tank. 'Cause
Oh
was
man, I
swinging
really need to know how he's doing right now in Tulsa, because he's in Tulsa this
Dude,
weekend.
he crushed.
Yeah, which makes sense because team was just dry.
Yeah,
and
but
he hooks the entire.
He probably
lane.
through a desert tank. What did he throw?
I don't know, but he
No,
hooks.
he put it on Facebook.
I'll have to go back and look. I don't know how
Yeah,
he
he
got the ball to stop.
hook. Oh, he just hooked. He normally hooks the entire lane.
He also didn't have Dylan Burns.
But
Dylan
hooking
Burns.
the entire lane at Broken Arrow is not.
I had Jared and Dylan on my pair the other night, and they still did not get torched. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a lot of rev rate. It's better than your thing. Also, we want to talk a little bit real quick before we jump in and keep firing
Oh, yeah.
questions in.
Venom Shot Game 1 and Iron Forge Game 2.
Huh. Iron Forge, actually. I would like to have the Iron Forge back there. Or I wish we had it when we were there. We'll talk a little bit about our fundraiser coming up here.
Yeah.
You want to touch on it?
Yes. We have this is our annual fundraiser for Positive Tales in Kansas City. It's our local dog rescue that we've been associated with
Positive Tales.
for quite some time.
Yep.
We got we got our first two dogs. Well, we've actually fostered 7 or 8 dogs and adopted Storm, who's our latest one.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But we have 3 dogs now, and the last one we tried to foster didn't really work out so well. So we're kind of associated with them from kind of a fundraising, awareness, helpful, whatever
And this is an annual thing, correct?
sort of thing. Yeah, this is an annual thing. We always do it around Christmas. It's going to be on the 18th of December, which is a Saturday at 7 p.m.
Yep.
ish. We're going to target that.
We're
But
bowling
we
that day,
Yeah, we
too.
do have a tournament that day. That's the
So,
grand finale.
Luckily,
isn't it?
no, it's the day after. Are we doing the 17th or 18th? 18th is a Sunday, correct?
No, it's the 18th is a Saturday.
Okay. So yeah,
So yeah,
the
we're
grand
doing
finale.
the 18th. That's the grand finale, but it's in Lawrence. So
Where's
it's
the link,
close.
Angel? Somebody just asked for the
So,
link.
We
In the
don't have
chat.
the for
Link
what?
They just said, "Where's the link for the fundraiser?" Do we have?
Oh no, it's all in the look in the description.
Is it on there? The description.
Yeah, yeah. The link.
Well, what? The link is going.
It's there. Yeah, there's for every $10 donated to get you an entry into the drawing. We need to talk about the drawing too. So we are going to do on 12/18/2021 at 7 p.m. ish.
Yeah, and
Weirdest thing ever.
it's not just going to be a fundraiser. We're going to do
Yeah.
a year-end recap. So
Yep.
he's gonna
I'll be here.
He's going to give his ball picks of the year, and we have a few different categories that we're going to talk. He's going to recap the year in Motive. I'm going to recap the year in Storm. We're going to have James on the TV recapping everything. So he's a free agent now, so he's throwing a little bit of everything, and so he's going to offer his thoughts there.
We're also going to pick our balls of the year and least favorite balls of the year.
Yeah, we're going to do that while we're doing the fundraiser, and we do have for every $500 we raise, we're going to give away a prize package. He donated a VIP affliction.
That wasn't me.
Oh.
It wasn't
That was
me.
one of our Patreons.
It was one of the Patreons.
Oh, yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
me. I donated. It was already donated. I offered a ball, but there was already one there.
The,
so
the
I did not do
motive.
it.
The motive.
I offered a swag
You're doing a
bag.
jersey.
I am also giving away a Cowick jersey of your choice. I donated a swag bag from Motive, which includes the jawstring backpack, tape samples.
That's the combo pack. It's going to be the
Yep.
drawstring pack and your jersey.
That's my combo pack. Yeah. Okay. So there it is. You heard it from.
Yeah, and we do have
Where's ourselves?
We have some signed half balls to give away as well. Though we've got Francois Lavoie. Who all do we get? Francois, Prather,
Brad.
Brad. No, we didn't get Brad. Brad wasn't at Swiss Trios.
No, Spencer Robarge.
Spencer Robarge,
ALS.
Anthony Lavery Spar,
It's just the four.
that's
and
pretty good.
Frankie and Chris Prather.
Yeah.
So we got their signatures on some half balls that
Yep.
we're going to be giving away. So for every $500 we raise, we're going to give a package away, and we have some additional stuff in with that.
Every $10 gets you an entry into the drawing, though.
Yeah, so
every $10
every
you spend,
$10 you donate gets
you
you
get
an
an-
entry, and
Yep.
then we will draw at the end of the night or at the end of the stream.
We're going to pick some winners, and we're going to give some stuff away, but we're doing it for a good cause. We definitely want to sit here and talk about
Yeah,
it.
and
Help the pups.
donations are already open. So if you either send stuff to us through PayPal or Venmo or whatever, and then we have we will go on ahead and send it over to Positive Tales. We will, just like we did last year, we will screenshot the PayPal donation
Yeah.
to the transfer to them once we get it done.
Yep. Help us raise some money for the pups. It's a
And
good
you
cause, and it's I definitely think we're gonna have some fun doing the stream. Is James in town for that?
Yeah, he's going to be.
Yeah, because he'll be here for the grand finale. So
Okay.
I guess so. Yeah, it won't be on the screen. He'll be sitting right here.
No,
Yeah.
I'll probably sit right there so that I can be the small guy.
Yeah,
They can go
we'll
like
move
this.
We'll flatten the TV.
No, I don't care. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're flattening the TV out. It really doesn't matter. But we're all gonna be sitting right here in the middle
Yeah.
of the stream. It'll be fun. We'll have a good time. Really looking forward to that. So
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on with that. We will.
if you have any questions on that, feel free to send us an email. And because I monitor the email daily. If it comes in, I
Yeah.
see it. I don't know how much he monitors it, but I monitor it. So please send us in an email if you have questions on it, and I will make sure that question gets answered.
Or if you join Discord, I'll help.
Yep. Can you throw the Discord in the link again, just to make sure? If you want to join Luke's Discord, it
Yeah,
is
and we
at
also-
Storm Nation, correct? Storm
Yeah,
Nation.
we actually have a channel for this.
Yes,
on
we
our,
do.
on our Discord. It's Balls for Doggos.
Balls for Doggos. Yep.
So, and Angel actually has all the. Let me actually, I can pull this over.
When you say you have to sacrifice a goat to line up with it, it might be the worst ball of the year. Ha!
All right.
You never
So
know.
here we go.
Oh, there we go. We got some
So
stuff
this
to give away.
is. Whatever.
Well, we're just showing Cool Wick here, but because that's the pack that I'm giving away. This is cool.
So this is the Balls for Doggos.
Can you click on them and blow them up?
And then click open original.
This is all together, correct? For one prize?
Yes, and that.
Oh, it opened it on my
Oh,
on the other page. This is big enough.
okay, that's fine. So in addition to that, there is a bottle of Reacta foam
Oh, okay.
and an arc ruler.
Oh,
yeah,
an
so
arc
she
ruler.
took pictures of
Sweet.
some of this stuff. So this is a cleaning package that's got some Abralon pads in it. It's got a microfiber. It's got extra shine, extra clean, Reacta shine, something. This little tri-roller is cool as crap, and that's actually like an $80. That's like an $80.
These are really, really cool.
Go
yeah.
get.
It
Yeah.
literally you can
Yeah.
put a ball on it and it just rolls and
I'll
spins.
just grab it.
And a chamois.
Can't go wrong with a chamois and a smell good sack.
Yep. Oh, balls.
That's what she said.
Yeah, this frickin'.
You've clicked it up 100 times. We got some other stuff here. Sorry, hang on here. There we go. We got another one.
Move your pile. No, not that pile. The middle pile.
I'm just moving the stuff over. There we go.
Or I'll let you.
Thank you to Norseman Brewing.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what it does. Those are really cool.
So yeah, this is a $1 million Belmo Sparkle too.
What
But
is
yeah,
Sparkle?
this is these are really helpful and cool for laying stuff out, but it's also for cleaning stuff. You can kind of
Yeah, cleaning definitely would help.
yeah, they have these big ball bearings down there. So
Those are cool. I like those a lot. As you can see, the next one is a signed Rotogrip chamois with another Storm chamois signed
Now,
by
same
Carolyn
thing with this,
Dorn-Ballard.
They're gonna get an arc ruler and a Reacta foam.
They-
It's just not picture because
Arc-
we're gonna order
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so you're also going to get an arc ruler and a reactive foam with that. They're great to have holes in the ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see an M there, Big E. Awesome. I like that. Wow, I need that roller. Well,
yeah,
there you go. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yep.
You could win that roller, by the way.
And there's not a limit on prizes won. So if you donate
Yep.
$100,
Yep.
you get 10 entries, and if you win,
we had a guy that won a couple. So yeah, it's not if you win. Yeah, again, like she said, if you donate $100 and you win one prize, it doesn't invalidate.
No, you
it's
can
not
win them
like
all.
You get one prize.
You
and
could win
whatever
everything
else.
that's on the board.
You could win all 6 prizes if it.
You could
goes
walk
that
away
way.
with a
We
lot of
did- We
chamois.
did have that last year where somebody donated $100 and they won 2 or 3 prizes.
Yeah,
It
and there's-
was Joe.
It was 2 years ago. It was Joe, and he actually donated his back. One
Yeah.
of them back.
Aw. That's
So-
awesome. We got some other stuff up here. We'll show you what else we got up here.
So yeah, this is a grip sack right here,
And they're
then
doggies.
This is a ball cup type of thing.
Yes, Jeremy, you
They're
can. That's true,
handmade.
man. It's true.
Yeah,
Rush.
those are handmade. We actually get those at the Southwest tournament. Yeah, Jeremy brings up a good point. You can also train on learning how to put certain rotations or learn how you could release a ball. Yeah, you can put your hand in the ball and
Yes.
Yep, these are great. Trial by Jayhawk. What else we got? What's the next one? Oh, I
and
see
so
half
this,
balls.
This one, yeah, this Rotogrip chamois here is signed by Carolyn Dorn-Ballard, by the way. And this is just, she put this jersey here, but this is just kind of a.
Are you doing a
just to
Cowick?
show off.
Are you doing a Cowick to give away with this?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a Coolwick. It's a Coolwick jersey, any in stock design, and then this is the Electrify Hybrid half ball. Spencer Robarge, Frankie, Chris Prather, and Anthony Lavery spars on.
If
there
we hit a
somewhere.
certain number, maybe
It's
I'll.
on the other side.
If we hit a
On the
certain
ball
number,
side.
can I give a second jersey away?
Sure.
Yeah,
What
can
number are we
always-
thinking?
We can always give extra stuff.
Well, we've done 2,000, and I really want to get to 2,500. So maybe 2,500.
If we hit 2,500, I will throw in a second Coolwick jersey of your choice. How about that? All right, what else we got? So as you can see here on the Motive one, that's my donation. Was the swag
Yeah, so
stuff with the
it's a-
chamois, the pin, stuff like that. Once again, the jersey just showing a Coolwick jersey.
Yeah.
If you win this prize, you will get the swag pack as well as a custom Coolwick, not custom, but a Coolwick jersey of your choice.
Yeah.
We'll go from
Any
there.
in stock.
Any
And
in-stock
It
design.
doesn't have to be Storm. It doesn't have to be Roto.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Storm, doesn't have to be Motive. You can pick whatever you want. How about that?
Yeah.
What else we got? And there's
Of course,
there's a
you
VIP
got the
affliction.
VIP Affliction.
Heckin' invaluableness.
Yep.
And then plus a choice of any SPI ball in any weight. So we're donating a ball to, so whatever you want.
And best
Just-
looking shelf appeal. I already have the answer to that.
Yeah.
but-
Oh,
let
and
us
then
know.
there's the categories right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the categories. So we're gonna do ball of the year, least impressive, best looking or best shelf appeal, the most underrated ball,
Pin-up shot.
Yeah. And then kind of an unexpected surprise ball that we weren't, something like a UC3 that.
Of the year, correct? Unexpected surprise.
Yeah,
of the
unexpected
year.
surprise of the year.
I can answer that
something-
right now, but I'll hold off and wait.
Yeah.
Join us on December 18th. Once again, we do not have a show next week. We are bowling in Belton, Missouri for the top 36 in points tournament, as well as the doubles tournament on Sunday. So James will most likely be streaming. So if you wanted to watch some bowling,
So yeah, if you do send in a donation to either PayPal or Venmo, just put a note on there saying for fundraiser or whatever, and we'll keep track of your name, email address.
Yeah, PayPal
that
actually
way.
sends me the email, and Venmo I can actually send notes and messages back to them through that. So, I mean, if you
Okay.
want to put a YouTube handle, if you are in Discord, put a Discord handle. If you just want to put a dog emoji, we're not getting anything else through PayPal or Venmo right now, so it's not going to be a huge deal.
once again, if we hit 2,500, you heard it here first. We're going to give away, and I'm going to give away an extra Cool Whip jersey. So
Yeah.
just never know. And remember, you can win it all if you have any place to put all that stuff.
Yeah,
But there you go.
So,
It's for a great cause. So we appreciate all the support on that. I know the Rosedales do a lot and supporting Positive Tales Kansas City, which is a great
Buddy.
organization for. And we got here.
He's out. Please don't.
yeah.
He's out over
Yeah,
here.
it's
We
just- yeah.
but we've got a few
All the-
over here that we could show you,
doggies are
but they
asleep.
are they're
We
tired.
will show off the dogs during the doggo fundraiser.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely get up here.
I will make sure that we.
Oh. Nick Brown just sent me something, said he'd throw in an SRGBBFS t-shirt for the fundraiser, too.
Boom, there's another one.
Cool.
Stuff
Okay.
coming in hot. Love it, guys. That's awesome. You
Thanks,
can also-
Nikki.
Anything else here, question-wise, before we sign off? We're just kind of sitting here chit-chatting for the moment. We definitely wanted to touch on that. We're excited about doing that fundraiser. It's going to be a good time with the three of us. Well, Luke and I will have fun, and then James is here.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, we'll have fun, and then there's James.
I'm just
So-
playing, James. I'm just playing. There'll be a lot of short jokes.
Yeah.
How I'm a short,
Be a
bald
lot of
guy.
negative tilt jokes.
A lot of yeah, and then we'll fire back with negative tilt. That's right. And then he'll say, "What's rev rate?"
Yeah.
What are spares? That's what we should ask. What's your favorite current video game? Oh, I can answer that before I go. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I can't. I really don't. I don't really have. Oh, I like Call of Duty. I mean, Vanguard's pretty good. Luke will probably rolling his eyes at me.
Call of Duty.
Exactly.
Halo Infinite's supposed to be pretty good.
I've heard that, actually. I haven't heard
I'm
that.
kind of pissed off with Overwatch right now, but indefinitely. Mega Man 11's amazing.
That's the remake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You end up getting mad at every single shooting game. I wish you would just quit.
I get mad at everything.
you just need to play sports games. You just need to play Madden. Or something.
No, that'd make me mad too. They all
Okay, I've got the perfect game. Raylan has a game at home.
Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
Where
I
she-
get mad at that game
Oh,
because
gosh.
I'm a beast.
Ninja Gaiden, yeah, that's pretty good.
Got one of the
NHL
top
22.
100 karma scores in the world.
I actually have not played it yet. I did just buy NBA 2K22 yesterday just so I could play with my player, and it was making me very mad last night. So because so they give you a my player, right? And you're playing. I'm even on like I didn't change skill level or anything. It's just the standard when we get there. I usually do to build my player up, and then I change it to harder. But they give you this player that has like he's in the NBA, right, or college, and he can't make a layup. He can't do anything. It's like. What the heck's going on here? So I was frying out at my TV pretty good last night. Anyway, I guess we'll hop off here.
Yeah.
I'll go home and watch some football, and
Yeah, we'll sign off. I'm hungry.
my waistline's furious.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Once again, happy Thanksgiving. I know it's past Thanksgiving, but happy Thanksgiving, and we can now officially say Merry Christmas.
Yeah. And we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
For a regular stream, and then the weekend, that next weekend, we'll have the fundraiser.
Once again, if you have any questions or anything, anytime, hit us up in our email at it's just breakdownpair@gmail.com. It's in the description below. The link for the fundraisers below. Luke's Bowler Smart link. And please follow us on Instagram. By the way, we need to do this before we sign off because I'm slacking.
Okay.
There we go. Follow us
One
on
more
Instagram.
question. My league bag consists of Alpha Crux, Zen, Idle Synergy, UFO Alert, Hustle Inc., and Spare Ball. Thoughts? That's a lot of shiny stuff in the middle. So I would probably look at something Venom Shockish or IQ Tourish.
Yeah. And I'm sure. Yep.
But otherwise, it's pretty solid. So, all right, thanks everybody.
Follow us on the breakdown pair at Instagram.
Oh yeah, we're on Instagram.
Yes, please help us follow the Instagram. Grow that. We actually do. It's not all about bowling. We post our beers, everything. It's honestly a lot of random weirdness. But come follow us on Instagram, please. We're trying to grow that up. So
bring back the league night. If we can get James to sub on Friday, maybe we could stream Friday.
Bring back the league night. We do get a lot of compliments.
Friday'd be a fun night to stream too, because we don't have to.
If we can
Problem is all the music in the background.
Oh, I don't really care about
It
that.
just won't be monetized. It'll be alright.
We can do a league night. Yeah, maybe we could. I'll just tell Bruce don't bowl and.
Yeah.
He said if somebody wasn't already not wanting to bowl, that he would set it out.
Okay. Oh yeah, then we can absolutely have him.
Because he didn't know if you or Amanda or anybody.
Oh,
just like,
yeah.
For Friday.
Amanda might even sit out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter to me. No, she's bowling because she's my partner on Sunday. She needs practice.
Storm
Okay, there you
Dog.
Love you, honey.
Doing, buddy.
We're not having another shootout incident. You don't remember that night, do you?
I do, because I took a
No, we
video
do.
that night.
Yeah. Love you, honey.
Storm Dog, what are you doing, buddy?
All right. Well, thank you guys. Once again, happy Thanksgiving. See you later.
Yep.